just so real. Already know exactly how you feel. See the head, not like seeing a steeple. You damn well know they're one of the people. Nobody breaks us, nobody made us, and no one can take this cause we got their fix. We are the people, we are the people, we are the people, don't mess with this. Let's go.
Good morning. Yeah, that's right. Let's go. Let's do this
We're
thing.
going.
What is up, everybody? Good morning to you. We barely
Apologies.
we barely made the broadcast, I think.
I know.
Well, we were in there talking about
Wrestling.
yeah, Ark and Brawl
Brawl.
coming up January
Yeah.
25th. We were talking about the matches coming up, and I was working on picking out my
outfit.
My outfit. Yeah.
Y'all are in for a treat.
Oh yeah, I'm going all the way,
Oh
baby.
my goodness. I'm actually going to bring my my heavyweight belt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one thing I held on to in the exchange of presents and property with my soon-to-be ex-husband. I was like,
Yeah.
nah, that's mine.
No, I'm keeping the championship belt, no
Yeah,
doubt. You
best
got to
wife
keep
ever.
the belt. Yeah, right?
That's what it says, too.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
That's
it's like
great.
the world's greatest wife or something.
That's hilarious, actually.
I think so.
And it was
I'm
like
sure
a
he
heavy
thinks so.
belt.
Oh, yeah.
It's the real deal,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, you can do that now. If anybody out
Yeah.
there looking for those last-minute gifts, the unique gifts, the hard-to-buy for, you can get pretty much anything on a belt.
I know that you can at Discount Trophy. I guess you can do it online.
Yeah. Of course you can do it online.
But I know Discount Trophy, that's where
that's a good
the
spot.
last year of the chili cook-off, I had the idea, let's do a belt instead
That's
of a
fantastic.
trophy, because, you know, you brag about it all year and it gives you some
Gotta have a belt.
shit-talking ability.
Gotta have a belt.
So we went and talked to them, and they were able to make that belt the last year that we did it.
They're good people, too. I've been using
Yeah.
them for
They are,
decades, probably. Any nonprofit I worked for, any event we ever did,
Mm-hmm.
anything where there was a competition, we used discount trophies. I don't even know. Is there anybody else besides them?
I don't know. I mean, I've never used anyone besides
Yeah.
them, to be honest with you. Hey, let me mention this just right off the bat, because you may not know. And this is really cool and really exciting for everybody on the team, but certainly Gunner and I. Behind the scenes, we've been going through this process for a reality show called The Blocks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And The Blocks was it was created by Wes from The Challenge. A lot of people wouldn't know that Wes, even unless you're just a big reality show person, you wouldn't know that he is an entrepreneur, and he has been for the whole time. But a few years ago, he created a reality show called The Blocks, where companies or startups could come in and compete to be, the best at what they do. But this particular show is about making, how to make your business better, how to grow
I
your
love that.
business.
I love that.
Yeah. Each day that you're there, there's a different theme that you're doing. It may be a marketing theme. It may be this, it may be that. And, you work with these very, very, very rich and successful
That's
entrepreneurs, who know exactly what they're doing.
Yep.
And that's exciting on its own, because you never know who you're going to shake hands with that thinks you're cool and goes, hey, I want to be part of that. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But so every day, at the end of each day, a member of the group has to get up and give a presentation to everyone else about what they've done and what they've learned and how they're going to apply it and sell the vision. And each day, the person who does the best at it, selling the vision, wins money. And I feel like I can sell the vision.
Oh, I've 100%.
I feel like I can get up there and talk to them and get them excited, But the experience, and you can, you win $10,000. You could win $10,000, which would go towards the business. But
yes.
But while you're there, you're actively working on your own business. So, you're literally, it's literally to benefit the show and to help us get more reach, more marketing, better advertisers, all of those different things.
Absolutely.
And so here's the deal. The deal is that it's in Tulsa, so it's not that far. That's not that
I
bad.
love Tulsa.
Yeah, it's not that bad. We'd have to be gone for a week. That's not too bad. I can live with that. But we have to be able to cover the expenses of it that it costs to be part of it, because we have to cover our travel, our hotel, and our food. And so we do have a GoFundMe up today. Listen, if you can help, it's awesome. If you can't, it's okay. It's not
At
a
least
big
share
deal.
it.
But yeah, could you share it?
Sharing costs nothing.
If you want to see us, we would be on Amazon Prime, which is kind of dope,
I've got
to be
Amazon
on there.
Prime.
Yeah.
I'd watch you.
Yeah. So if you want to help us be on this reality show, we've got about a week to make that commitment that we're going to do it. And, it's a big commitment,
That's
to be
huge.
honest with you,
I love it.
but we really, 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 really think it would be such a great opportunity
It
for the
would.
show and for everybody. I mean, for entertainment purposes, just to know what happens behind the scenes, how that works and everything.
Well,
So,
and I think it's amazing. I mean, it very much embodies those core values and whatnot that I love so much. You've got your giver's gain, right? You've got
mhm.
these entrepreneurs, these other businesses, these successful individuals that want to give back what they've learned and help other people avoid the pitfalls that they have,
Yeah.
or help them look at something differently.
Yeah.
When I was in nonprofit, we did things called SWOT analyses. So you got your strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats.
Mhm.
And there's always this beautiful opportunity when you have outside perspective, people that aren't
Right.
emotionally
Yeah.
connected.
Yeah. They're not too close to the
Exactly.
project.
They,
Yeah.
they can
They're
see.
very objective.
Yeah, they can see the trees, not just the forest.
Right.
Yeah, and I love that. That's fantastic. And to be selected.
Yeah, no, it was quite a process. I mean, as I said, we had to, first of all, submit an application and get their attention. Then we had to do videos they sent us a series of questions, and each one had we had to video respond to it. Then they did a call,
Wow.
and then finally we got word yesterday that we had been selected. And I was just
love
like,
that.
wow, I kind of didn't expect we would.
Right.
It was fun to go through the process, but
Yeah.
I was like,
It's a
chances are
radio
against it.
show.
Well,
you don't have a product.
But I do,
a tangible, you don't have a 3D.
right. I'm not making widgets.
Yeah.
But they actually
love
were
it.
very, very, very excited about what we do, because they said it's something that they don't get as much of, and
Yeah.
that they have a lot of people that they feel like could benefit us.
Oh, I love
So
that.
I'm excited. So like I said, if you can, that is so awesome. If you cannot, it's okay. I get it. But man, we sure want to do this.
Yeah,
And
sharing is free.
yeah. No, you can definitely do that. If you just do nothing else but share it, it would be awesome.
And I think the current algorithm is that if you care, if you do the little care reaction,
Yeah.
that gets more
Really?
exposure. I think that's the current way the algorithm,
Oh,
because
I didn't know. I haven't even used that.
well, about a year ago, it was heart reactions. You
Mhm.
had to use the heart reaction for it to garner more traction and
Yeah, that
visibility.
versus a thumbs up. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think now it is the care
Okay.
reaction. When are we going to get the eye roll
Yeah, right.
reaction? I
Right.
want the
How about the
eye
middle
roll.
finger?
Thank
That's a good one too.
you. Can we start a
Ye-
friggin' email campaign or something?
Yeah,
Because
we definitely
I want
can.
that.
I
I
get it.
scroll sometimes. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, no, I feel you on that. All right, let's get to a little bit of news. Residents of New Jersey have gotten more frustrated by inaction over these drones hovering over the state. Law enforcement put out a message to them. They said, hey, don't shoot these drones. People have been shining lasers at them.
Yeah.
Officials say it's actually been shining the lights into the eyes of the people piloting manned aircraft. They're worried that someone might end up taking a shot or bringing down a non-drone aircraft that someone is piloting. There have been 5,000 reported sightings in the last few weeks.
Wow.
So, yeah, that's very interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, we're gonna listen. Yeah, don't shoot it down. Okay.
Yeah, no, come over here. Come over here.
Don't
I would
dog dare
please
you.
come over here. I want you to. Please come over Saline County.
Yeah, do that.
I meant
Do
please send the
that.
drone there.
Man, the sirens have been insane between Pulaski and Saline County the past few days. I don't know if it's residual effects from the full moon or it's just end of the year.
Yeah.
But, like, it has been insane.
Really?
I don't know. I think people are bored or they,
Well, they're trying to get Christmas presents.
something. Like something.
If you hadn't mailed out Christmas packages, your time is almost up, according to the Postal Service. Today is the last mailing date to make sure it gets there before Christmas for first class and ground advantage. UPS says packages will need to be with them by tomorrow for their 3-day select, and FedEx was yesterday, so you're too late for that.
You're already too late.
As for Amazon, you just have to check and see. You know how that goes. Arnold Schwarzenegger is getting in the holiday spirit. He's going to play Santa Claus in a new Amazon movie. The action icon was seen with a white beard and a festive sweater on the streets of New York, and took to social media raving about the director Adam Shankman and co-star Alan Ritchson. Alan Ritchson is the guy from the new Reacher series. If you haven't seen that,
Oh,
God, that's a
attractive.
great man. You know what?
That's a good looking man.
As a hetero guy, I can tell you that is he is a specimen of a man.
Yeah.
I mean, he is a massive wall of a man to begin with, but he has
I'd like to meet him.
he's super attractive guy. Yeah, no doubt.
I love that you're secure in your masculinity to the point where you can say another man is attractive. You know, some guys just can't do that.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying I want to get with
I
him,
didn't
but
say
I'm just
that.
saying I find him.
You just
I mean,
recognize
he's
you,
a
yes.
I mean, game recognized game.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? A New York State guy got a big surprise. He was doing some work in his backyard, and a complete mastodon jaw was peeking out from the ground.
What?
Yeah, it turned up hiding behind a plant in the yard. The Scotchtown man started digging with his fingers when he spotted two huge teeth. When he saw two more, he called the experts, and they came from New York State Museum and the university. It was a complete mastodon jaw, the first unearthed in New York in over a decade. Had a rib fragment and some other things too, but they'll carbon date it and they'll do research on it and all that.
I
But
love
that's
that.
cool though. I mean, that'd be a cool thing to find, I think.
I love how it's like he saw two teeth and he was digging, and when he saw two more, he decided to call the experts.
Well, I mean, you know what you got there. I
I'm
mean, he
like,
was
"Oh,
smart enough
snap."
to recognize something was big.
I probably would have called.
I'd have just called a buddy.
No, yeah. I was gonna say
I'd have just kept
I would have been
digging.
responsible and called them early. No. We would have
No.
invited some folks over and had a little
No,
digging
that's like-
party.
That's like the question, you always see, and if you found like a big
Bag of
suitcase
money.
of money on the beach, are you keeping the money?
Yes.
Hell yeah. Now, am I going to be pursued for that reason and maybe murdered? Possibly. But I'm going to roll the
If you
dice.
don't
I'm
tell
taking the money.
nobody, Don't tell
Yeah.
nobody.
That's like I always get amazed when these guys, called the police because 3 bales of cocaine just washed up on the beach. I'm like,
Seriously.
did you? Yeah, I'll call them. Hey, a bale of cocaine just washed up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, money's money, baby.
Money's money. If $20 is $20, a kilo's a kilo.
That's
Like,
right.
I want to tell you.
That's right. A kilo is a kilo. Santa is, it's been a tradition for decades for kids to write letters to Santa, and many get dropped in the mailbox. The post office in Converse, Texas is quietly had a program to respond to those letters. Staff scan them. They post images online with the names removed so residents can adopt the letters. The post office spokesperson said the public's been adopting kids, making their Christmas wishes come true. It's all anonymous.
Aw.
And mail carriers make the deliveries. Many of the letters from kids don't ask for toys. They just ask for help with groceries and other things for mom and dad,
That's
which is
so
cool.
Sweet.
Yeah.
It's sweet, but I mean, dang.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it is. Both of those, you're right. Uh-oh, hold on. What is going on there? Okay. Let's see. No, we're not doing that.
Something's listening.
Oh, listen to this. The Biden last White House Christmas party is in the books. President Biden hosted the event, and it included Flava Flav. He was
Hell
apparently the
yeah.
life of the party there.
Hell yeah.
He got a private tour of the White House, and
I love Flavor Flav.
yeah, he's very entertaining.
He is, but I mean, he showed up and showed out for the Team USA in the Olympics with the women's
right.
water polo, and just I don't know. He is he's one of those people that I feel like has done a great job of reinventing himself, or maybe not so much that, but like changing a little
Extending.
bit. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
well, and changing a little
evolving.
bit of perspective on himself.
Yeah, I think so too. He should have, in theory, been done somewhere in the 90s.
Like, yeah.
But he did. He has,
And
for
then
lack of a
20
better
years
term,
ago, too.
reinvented himself multiple times. Yeah, right.
Was New York with him?
New York.
New York.
Tiffany Pollard.
Yeah,
Yeah, I love her.
Yeah,
Don't
shout
say
out
that.
to Tiffany.
Yeah. What up, Tiffany Pollard?
You know she's watching.
Yeah, of course she is. A 106-year-old woman is spilling how she managed to live so long. Florence Hackman. She's called Fireball Flo. And she says
Oh.
positivity and Fireball whiskey are the answer to how she made it to 106. Well,
It's always alcohol related.
yeah. Yeah,
It's
she
that and
probably
avoiding certain
smokes
things.
too.
Oh, she probably does. That's why
Yeah.
I refuse to get
Virginia
it.
Slim
Oh yeah,
Ultra
you've come
Light
a long
100s.
way, baby.
Yeah,
I've got
that's right.
actually have my mother used to smoke Virginia Slims, and she's got a little bit of a hoarding tendency like I do, and she smoked them so much back in the day, the Virginia Slims, that she got a nice like brass keychain
Yeah,
that was engraved with "You've come a long way, baby."
that's funny.
And we found it going through some stuff. It's actually on my key ring.
That's
I
hilarious.
love it.
That's
It's so
hilarious.
nostalgic for me. I remember stealing my mom's VSs, you know?
Yeah, yeah. I remember collecting Camel Bucks and Marlboro
Hell
Miles.
yeah.
I saved up to get an iron lung.
My my son has a Marlboro sweatshirt.
Does he?
That,
Oh,
that's
wow.
something that had been donated somewhere.
That's
I was
hilarious.
like, I wonder how many friggin'
Man, that's, yeah.
Marlboro
You know,
Miles had
those
to
are
be.
so out of vogue today,
Oh,
right?
well, yeah,
But it's hilarious.
I love it.
The 1,547-page text of a short-term funding bill will keep the government funded till March 14th. It was released last night by congressional leaders, so they avoided a partial shutdown. A short-term funding bill that's 1,547 pages. Wow. Yeah, no, that's perfect. Let's see. A classified briefing was held on Capitol Hill yesterday for members of the House Permanent Select Committee on Intelligence by the FBI, CIA, and the director of the DNI on the drone sightings. The Foreign Affairs Committee chair told C-SPAN he thinks they're spy drones. He said Communist China is very good at this stuff. We know they bought land around military bases, and that is true. I mean, they did go around buying up land by the military base, and we quietly said, okay.
Yep.
Let's see what else is going on. Okay, Luigi Mangione was indicted in Manhattan for murder.
Daddy.
Charged with one count of first-degree murder and the furtherance of terrorism, 2 counts of second-degree murder with one of those. Yeah,
All
charged
right.
as a killing as an act of terrorism. He's facing 2 counts of criminal possession, just a bunch of charges, you know.
I bet
So
they got a bunch of misdemeanors on him too. He was probably
I'm sure
jaywalking
they
or
have,
something.
yeah, they have probably stacked everything up
Yeah.
from he jaywalked to that, yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure he
Uh,
resisted without violence too. You can probably,
Yeah, he
good
struggled a little bit, but it wasn't,
Yeah.
but you may as well put resisting, yeah.
Yeah.
The first step toward Inauguration Day yesterday, the electors gathered in state capitals around the country to cast their electoral ballots. Up next, the votes being sent by the fourth Wednesday in December, which this year falls on Christmas Day. The votes will be transmitted to Congress on or before January 3rd. And then, of course, January 6th, you know what goes on. If you've ever bought a live event ticket or booked a hotel or rental and paid more than you were expecting, the Federal Trade Commission finalized a new rule yesterday to stop that. The rule would ban surprise junk fees on these type of transactions, including those listed as convenience fees or resort fees when customers check out. And they
Nice.
do hit you with those.
Bro.
I'm going to tell you what, take a cruise.
Stupid.
Take a cruise and find out.
Mm-mm.
Take a cruise and listen, a cruise is a good deal. It's a great way to go on a vacation.
Absolutely.
But if you don't know what you're doing, you can get caught up in it because you can choose at the beginning, either I want a tip individually for service, or if you don't choose that, then they just apply a gratuity at the end. And you're like, that's a lot more than I thought,
Yeah.
so be mindful of that.
Pay
But
attention.
this is good when they do this. But they said whatever price you see is the price you're paying at the end. The rule will take effect around April. Will save
That's what's up.
consumers 53 million hours in time wasted trying to find the actual total price of what they're buying, and around 11 billion in savings over the next decade. So that's good. A 2-year-old toddler in Spring, Texas is safe after falling from a 3rd-story balcony, thanks to the quick actions of an off-duty Houston firefighter. Zach Johnson, he was outside talking to his mom, noticed the kid climbing the railing, positioned himself below to catch her as she fell. The heroic rescue has left a lasting impact on everybody involved and earned him a lot of praise from the family and the fire department.
I love that.
Yeah, that's a good story. And the Salvation Army of Southern Indiana received a rare gold nugget weighing 15.5 troy ounces. That's valued at over 40 grand. That was during their annual Red Kettle campaign. Somebody just dropped it in. The donation arrived on Saturday, coinciding with the National Commander's Red Kettle Challenge, which is a nationwide competition for fundraising.
Oh.
And their Christmas goal is $378,000, and certainly 40,000 goes a long way to that. So that's cool. Hey, this will make you feel a little bit old. Anniversary tours are a big deal. Fozzy has announced the spring leg of their 25th anniversary tour starting April 17th in Springfield, Missouri.
Shut up. No way.
The 25th year Fozzy has been touring.
I cannot
Do you feel
believe.
old?
Yes.
Do you feel a little old right now?
Yes.
Fozzy is 25. They're classic rock now.
That's impossible.
Fozzy is now officially classic rock.
Go Jericho.
Yeah.
Good
And,
God.
I mean, he's done it.
Are we going to hear Fozzy in the aisles at Kroger?
Maybe. Maybe. They're certainly going to be in a Chevy commercial soon.
Man, the old folks' home, whenever we make it there,
Oh,
is
it's going to be a party.
lit.
Yeah, it's going to be lit AF.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's going to be blazed up, full of smoke.
Man.
You know, big bowls of gummies.
Yeah.
Peas in the bowls.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say a lot of gumming. You know?
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of that too, you know, in this generation right now.
I know that's right.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of room switching, room
Well,
hopping.
and half of them ain't got their teeth already. So,
I told you that, right? I told you that my friend's dad, he was 92, and she had to take him to the doctor, and the doctor,
he had a little drip.
yeah, and she was like, "Oh my God, that's crazy." The doctor said, "Yeah, that's not the most of it." He said that the better part is he doesn't know who gave it to him.
Yeah.
And it's like, this guy's 92 in a nursing home.
And it's not his age.
And
why he
bro is
doesn't know.
getting around. You hear me? Getting around, living his best life at 92.
I know when my grandmother was at her little assisted living place, and mind you, my grandmother was 104 years old when she passed away. And there were some younger gentlemen, like in their 80s.
Yeah, the 80s trying
hitting on my granny.
That's
and
great.
I
just want to hook up with a chick who's 100. You know what I mean? I just want to
We're all like eyeballing you, bro.
Yeah, young whippersnapper, 87 years old, rolling up in here on my
gran.
Yeah.
We peep yo shit.
After the success of Cobra Kai, the long-awaited feature film from Karate Kid Legends has a trailer. It's a good trailer, man. Look, it'll make you nostalgic. The film brings together Jackie Chan and Ralph Macchio as they team up to tutor a Chinese kung fu prodigy, Ben Wang. And it's a really good little trailer.
So they're melding the
I mean, they're kind of using.
You know, Jackie was in the one with Jaden.
Oh, was
Smith.
it? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Is that right?
That was actually a pretty good.
Was it?
It was cute.
Okay. Well, I trust you.
It was cute.
Well, I just thought you seeing the original Karate Kid, and then I thought Jackie Chan. That's great, man.
No.
You know, he's probably the second, or one of the, probably the second greatest stunt man on the planet. He's phenomenal.
I like Jackie Chan.
Everybody nobody doesn't like Jackie. I've never met anyone in my whole life.
He could act. Like he was, hilarious. Now, Jet
in
Li,
Rush Hour.
Yes, I love Rush Hour, but like Jet Li.
Oh, Jet Li's a badass.
He's a badass.
But he's like Chuck Norris. He's super short.
Yeah, and he's also very, to me.
But he's very
very
proper, very what you would expect.
He's a martial artist.
Yeah.
Before he is an actor.
Yeah, he's not an actor.
Yeah, when he did that movie,
the one.
Weapon.
One
Lethal Weapon.
Yeah.
Where everybody was pregnant.
Yeah.
Y'all.
Yeah, well, it was like 3 or 4. I don't know which one.
No, I think it was 4.
Yeah.
4 or 5.
Yellowstone, the show, went out with a bang, both on the screen and in the ratings. The series finale drew 11.4 million viewers on Sunday alone.
And 11 of those were pissed.
Yeah, probably. The company claims that makes it the most watched episode in series history. The finale aired on Paramount and CMT. Spoiler alert, why are people mad? Because he's gone?
All I've heard, all I've read is that it deserved a better ending than that.
Oh, okay. Well, can I be honest? I mean, how many series that are loved series have reached an ending that people are happy with? Because I don't.
None of them.
Almost none of them I can think of that people go, that was a great way to end. I mean, people hated The Sopranos ending.
Yeah, what was that?
That's the most debated thing probably in TV history
Absolutely.
is that ending.
People hated that. People hated the ending of Lost.
Uh,
Um,
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Weeds.
Yeah. I mean, so you tell me a series, and maybe the people
Seinfeld.
know one. Yeah. Okay. Seinfeld did go out
That's the
right.
only one
They
that
went out
I
well.
feel they went out.
Yeah.
I thought that was genius.
Man, I love that show so much when I was younger. Jerry Seinfeld is a clinic on comedy,
Mhm.
but man, he seems arrogant these days,
Yeah.
doesn't he?
Oh yeah.
I mean, he really
Yeah.
seems like, yeah, I don't
No,
want to talk
absolutely.
to you.
And
Yeah.
all I see are videos of him acting like that.
Yeah, I just, you hate to see that.
Yeah.
You really do, because I love Larry David.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. And, the longer I've gotten from Seinfeld, the more I've realized that Larry David was really the force behind it, if I'm being honest.
Absolutely.
I mean, if you watch his show, it's,
Mhm.
I mean, Curb Your Enthusiasm,
Yep.
which is hilarious
It
also,
is.
by the way.
My kid loves that movie. I mean show.
Yeah, no, it's
He
great.
loves that show.
All right, let's do a little bit of sports here. Okay, so wrapping up the NCAA football regular season, Bill Bender of Sporting News posted a final record against the spread of, well, he was 127-127. But his picks for this weekend's 4 college football playoffs, number 10 Indiana at number 7 Notre Dame, said Notre Dame wins but doesn't cover. On 11 SMU at 6 Penn State, says Penn State wins and covers. On Clemson at Texas, Texas wins and covers. I think that, I don't know, probably, but I don't know. And then Tennessee at Ohio State wins but doesn't cover, it says. The spread on that's 7.5. I don't know. Ohio State's pretty scoring, so I think they might. I think they might cover. I think they got something to prove.
I appreciate you still covering sports and stuff when it's just me here,
Oh,
knowing that
yeah.
I know nothing.
That's all right. You're just fine
I
there.
appreciate that.
Conor McGregor, we talked about it briefly, announced his intention to participate in a boxing exhibition, aka a money grab,
Dancing.
with Logan Paul in India. He'll make a nice chunk of change and
To play with
basically a non-count fight of any kind. The former 2-time UFC champ last fought in 2021 when he had his leg broke viciously. I mean, he had floppy foot, and that was a TKO loss to Dustin Poirier. On X, McGregor said the rumors of a bout with Lilia Topuria are false, but there's a preliminary agreement for the Paul fight, which he said will be a precursor to his return to the octagon. I don't know. Is he ever coming back to the octagon? I don't know. I don't even know if he past his prime at this point. Is he Ronda Rousey 2.0? I mean,
Is he like the Aaron Rodgers of UFC
maybe.
or Favre, whichever
Yeah.
one that both of them actually do, isn't it? Both of them that like to retire and then come back. And retire
Yeah,
and come
no,
back.
they do. They do.
I mean, he's all his beer and everything is being taken out of bars and
Or is
and
it
all this-
whiskey?
or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I thought it was a beer.
No, it's a whiskey,
It's
but
a
he
whiskey.
sold his interest in it a while back, so they're not really hurting him at this
No.
point. He already got his money. He's done
Yeah.
with the proper whatever, proper
Five,
five, proper number 5, something
I don't
like
know.
that. No, he's done with that. But
Tactical Turkey says Connor is fucking done.
yeah,
He
you
ain't
fucking
coming
do
back.
nothing.
He's straight. Yeah, fucking.
But I'm going to tell you what,
Just
though,
trying to stay relevant.
bar none, the only equal he might have in S talking is Ric Flair. I mean, like Conor McGregor is the best shit talker in
Man.
history, man. I mean, it was crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, he really is a peacock, and that was a lot of fun to watch in the
Logan
prime.
Paul.
Oh no, he's just a punk.
He is a punk.
An MLB study looking into the recent uptick in pitcher injuries cites the quest for velocity as the number one culprit. The study interviewed over 200 people, athletes, surgeons, trainers, club officials, other experts. In the study, potential rule changes are recommended to help limit the injuries, but they also admit that this study is just a first step to remedying the problem. Beyond velocity, other injury factors are modern workload management strategies,
What?
training prior history, rule changes, advancement in surgery techniques, and amateur contributions. I'm not sure what that
None
is.
of that makes sense
No,
to
it's
me.
just a list
Literally
of
nothing. So
crap.
yeah, so y'all are worried about the
That-
pitcher's one shoulder.
I guess they're worried they throw it too
Or
fast and it's a wear on them. I don't
or
know.
are you worried about the velocity of the ball getting hit back at them?
Uh-huh.
I
All
mean,
right.
because that's what I'd be more worried about.
Yeah, right. During the big podcast, Shaq called out the current product the NBA is putting out as soft and unwatchable. O'Neal backed up his soft claim by saying that everybody's doing the same thing and it drives me crazy. The quest for three-point shots seems to have taken away from the individual competition and matchups and could be partially responsible for fans turning off their TV. In one instance, Shaq said he turned off a game when he saw Austin Reeves being put on, who's 5'11", being put on 7-3 Victor Wembanyama. Yeah, Austin. I'll tell you what, though, about Austin Reeves, man. That kid right there. And he's an Arkansas guy, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has really made a name for himself this season. He is, man, he's quite a dynamo, man. In other NBA news, the league has announced another change in the All-Star game format. They hope will get players and people to care about it. But this year you'll see a 4-team, 3-game, 1-night tournament. 3 of the teams will consist of 8 All-Stars. The 4th team will be made up of rising stars, first and second year players. The winner of each game will be the one that hits 40 first. The commissioner hopes this game will give the league and fans a more competitive All-Star experience. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, whatever. Hey, Michael Vick is now a college football coach. Yeah, he's the head coach, as a matter of fact. Former NFL quarterback will take over as Norfolk State's football program's coach. He told the outlet Monday he was having conversations about taking over the program. He said, I know how to lead. I know what it takes. And you know what? He'll probably be a good coach. He went through a real dark chapter in his career.
Yep.
He came back out. He did the work and humbled himself to, get back into the graces of the public again. And so I think that he can really teach them not only about using their ability, but about humility as well.
Absolutely.
And that, you know what, today, that's a really good lesson to be getting out there.
And not sticking your head in the sand like some damn ostrich syndrome
Right.
stuff. Like,
That's
let's
right.
just not, No,
don't just let it beat
take
you.
responsibility.
Yeah.
Hold yourself accountable. Do the work. And
It works out.
it really does work out.
Yeah. Jalen Hurts has the Eagles back in prime contention for the Super Bowl, despite some criticism about his passing numbers slipping year over year. He had 290 yards and 2 touchdowns in Sunday's win against the Steelers. So anyway, I don't know what this is going to tell me here, but the bottom line is that, I know why I brought this in. Here's why I brought this in. Here, just listen to this. Dominique Foxworthy, he's a former NFL defensive back and current analyst, said that the lack of backlash from his remark after the game was a result of pretty privilege. So he's saying that Jalen Hurts has pretty privilege. I'm like, really? Pretty? That's what you want to let? He's a football player. What are you talking about, man? Pretty privilege. Are you serious right now?
Wait a minute.
What?
Wait a minute. Like,
What?
there's a dude using the term.
Yeah. Is that not a little cringe to you?
Oh, it's so cringe.
Yeah.
Mad cringe. Okay. I mean, he's pretty, but
Yeah, he doesn't have pretty. Cut that crap.
Why-
Everybody's
wait,
got
okay,
some kind of privilege,
why does
okay?
he have pretty privilege?
Oh, but he made it, because
what comment did he make?
I don't.
Was it
he was
racist,
just,
sexist?
no, it wasn't any of
homophobic?
those
So
things.
it's not. There was no ism or obia attached to
No,
it.
none, zero. He was just talking about that. Basically, they're saying he should be getting criticized more for his performance, but he has pretty
Because he's
privilege.
pretty.
Yeah. So yeah, it's crap.
Yeah.
Now this is bad. This is weird. The fiance of Colorado Buffalo star and Heisman winner.
Snap! I saw all of this.
Yeah, Travis Hunter broke her
Hit her
silence.
to the rocks.
Man, amid a wave of criticism she got the last week for her interactions with the football player, Leanna Lene received the brunt of wild online criticism for her reaction at specific moments. She posted a video on TikTok to try and quell the outpouring of negativity. She said, I'm tired emotionally and mentally. I've seen people trying to make me out to be a person I'm not. But what's a testimony without a test of faith? She went over her relationship with them from the beginning, addressed the moments of criticism she got. She said that after Colorado's last win over Oklahoma State, that security was afraid of fans storming the field and wouldn't let fans or even family go down with the players, and that that was what she was upset about. She said it wasn't deeper than anyone made it out to be. At the Adidas event, where she was accused of saying, "What am I supposed to do? Just sit here?" She said she was asking Hunter whether she should stay with him or go with his family. She said the clip that surfaced were Hunter taking pictures with Adidas reps for social posts. So the things I see people make up is crazy. It's not what happened. So I guess what everybody feels like is that she was super dismissive of him.
Yeah, I saw the video.
And did you? And what did you think?
Well, whenever he was announced, as the winner, and he's going up there, everybody stood up except for her. She was like the last person to stand up, clapping for him, and even had to be like, "Hey,
Yeah.
stand up." And so that's really where I took issue, and in my
she wasn't number one to jump out of the seat.
Bro, I would have been up clapping, screaming, hooting, and hollering, whatever, unless I'd been told by some officials that I couldn't do that. But
Right,
I would
obviously,
be standing
yeah.
clapping. And then with the video, with it, what am I supposed to do? Just sit here or whatever? I mean, okay, if I say to you, what am I supposed to do? Just sit here. Is there any positive or non-bitchiness
No,
that you, okay,
no,
okay.
not really.
Words matter.
But I will tell you this. I watched his entire Heisman speech.
Mm-hmm.
Man, look, I'm telling you, that kid right there is going to go far in the NFL. He has a mindset about him
Mm-hmm.
that is just like it was literally moving to
Yeah.
watch his speech because
I love
all
that.
he really did was thank everybody in his life.
Yeah.
I mean, he went through a number
number
of
of
people,
people.
and I mean, if you watch
It was
that and
beautiful.
you don't have a tear in your eye,
Seriously.
honestly, something's wrong,
And that's part of the thing is like, hey, girl,
right?
like
This is your dude,
this
and
is
look,
your
this is a good dude
dude.
right here.
Y'all are engaged. Y'all been together. Be like, bro,
Yeah.
are you serious right now?
Yeah, it's a trip, isn't it?
Even if you're upset, even if you don't like,
And it
even-
is his
even-
night, by the
right,
way. I mean,
thank you.
this is this guy's Heisman.
Thank
It doesn't
you.
matter. Nothing about me matters that night.
No,
I don't.
that's my
I'm
whole
only
point.
there to support.
Thank you. That's my whole point. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Even if you're a gold, I mean, I'm not saying she's a gold digger or anything like that.
Even if you're a gold
But
digging
if
bitch,
But if you're a gold digging bitch, act right.
Mhm.
Like, people are looking at you. There's cameras on you. There's phone cameras on you. There's people watching you, and I bet there might even be some thirsty ladies around that might be watching too to see, how you acting, so that she can get in there and be like, "Hey, bro, she wasn't really supportive of you, was she?"
Oh no, there's chicks lined
I
up to move in right now. They're
understand.
all
Oh, yeah.
his DMs probably
Oh,
overflow.
yeah.
They probably had to shut it down.
Yeah, and they understand a lot more than she does.
Yeah. His DMs being penetrated more times than never mind.
Yeah. Then the chick with the 100 dudes in a
Yeah,
day.
that's right. Let's see. Tactical Turkey said he bought a
Stop
dog
it.
from Michael Vick. Did you?
Oh, thank
Was
you
it a
for
good
doing
dog?
that. Thank you for doing that. They needed good homes.
Sean said, do they know who's flying these drones and why haven't they taken them down? Well, they do, and I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, that's facts. Look,
Yeah, your guess is as
there,
good as ours.
there's not a chance in hell that the government doesn't
They
know
know exactly.
where that drone launched from, exactly where it came from. Period.
Yep.
They know.
Pert. Isn't that what they said? Pert. Period. I can't say
Period.
it right. Period.
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 Yeah. Period.
Period.
What up, Martha Flockers?
I know I saw that. this
What up,
morning.
Kevin? How you doing, K-Bird?
What's up, y'all?
Good morning, Latasha. Good morning
Good
to you,
morning.
man.
Good
All
morning,
right.
Amanda.
Let's do something here. All right. I got several good things that I want to talk about today anyway. There's some really wild stuff going on. But I got this yesterday, and let me just save that one for a minute. I want it's so damn good. Well, first of all, let me just say, if you're looking for a car, Fitz Auto is really the best option for you if you care about value. All right. Because when you buy a new car, the second you drive it off the lot, you've lost 25% of your value. It's done. Boom. Bye. Go try to trade it in immediately. See what they offer you. That'll tell you. All right. And right now in this economy, you can't afford to be losing value like that. If you get a late model, low mileage vehicle, you're at a good place for that, and that's what Fitz Auto does. And if you've had, tough credit, they can help you out with that too. They're their own bank. They don't have to go ask anybody. You don't have to worry they're going to some finance company. They are the finance company. You buy it there, you pay it there. and they report to the credit bureau. So check them out, fitzauto.com, or in person at 8421 Stagecoach Road in Little Rock.
That's insane.
This is this story was sent to me yesterday. I think Rich may have sent it to me, and he goes, man, take a look at this. And I started laughing because I remembered when this happened, and it was so insane.
Yep.
Such one of the craziest stories that I've ever talked about in the years I've been doing this, that I said, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I'm glad he found it, because I was like, yeah, let's talk about this one again.
It's one that I actually deep dove on to fact check. Like when it first came out, I was like, I had to, because I was like, no way.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
oh, yeah, way.
So here's the story, all right?
We're pausing for dramatic effect.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to get myself together.
So was he.
A man who was allegedly high on meth reportedly fought off more than a dozen police officers while publicly masturbating.
Public.
Wow. During.
In the midst of.
Yeah.
Multitasking.
Andrew Freight, 37, made a series of outbursts and began waxing the dolphin.
Is that what they call it?
Yeah. Began waxing his dolphin in an Oregon restaurant.
Oregon?
Yeah. More like Oregon. Yeah. Incredibly, police were unable to subdue him with a taser. Okay. It took 15 officers to bring the guy into custody and stop him pleasuring himself.
Yo, why are you stopping?
He later told authorities he took meth and couldn't remember the incident. That's some good meth.
That's some good meth. What day is that?
He was treated at a local hospital. He was booked into county jail. But the thing about this is you have 14 officers. 14, you've been tased, and you got 14 officers, working to take you down, and you're still loping the mule.
How?
I mean, you're still shaking hands with the sheriff. You are bobbing the bishop. I mean, you were going to town, man. Well, I mean, that's like some Matrix shit, man. I mean, you got one hand, you're just fighting them off like this while you're over here, doing your business. I mean, how?
Was he switching hands?
I mean, maybe he was a switcher. He could have been a switch hitter. Yeah.
Elbow here and
But
there.
I'm saying, something primed that pump. I mean, something had him. He's like, no, I'm finishing. I don't know how long. Maybe he'd been going an hour before that. And he's like, I've come too far.
Poor guy.
I didn't come this far just to come this far.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying?
When you work that hard and you've been working that long, I can understand.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to give up at the finish line, right?
Exactly.
But 15 officers, I mean, what do you you're still going?
Let's bring up something else.
Okay.
Why is it taking 15 officers and a taser to take
and the
down
taser
one
didn't even
dude?
work.
The taser
The
didn't work.
taser didn't even
kept hitting it.
It didn't even stop him from going to town.
No, it probably
It probably helped him grip.
Exactly.
He probably went, oh, yeah, now I'm definitely going to keep going. Yeah, no, that's a tingle right there.
Yeah. Maybe.
I mean, no, that's insane. You're talking about 15.
All he had to do was stick a finger in his butt. He would have nutted, and then it would have been
Oh,
over.
no. You know what? As a real estate agent, putting you with the right mortgage person is critical. One of my favorites to work with is Josh Taylor at AMC Mortgage, and I'll tell you why. A lot of guys out there are stiff. They treat you like a number. Josh treats you like a friend. He's going to work through with you on everything you need. Look, he just got a pair of my clients into a home with $500 total. Yeah, paid the closing and the down payment costs all covered in there. I'm not saying that's what you're going to get, but I'm saying that's how good he is. Check him out. Give him a call, 351-2579. It's Josh Taylor at AMC Mortgage. If you're looking for a local mortgage guy, that's one that I recommend. You know what? As a real estate agent, I've seen lots of homes get caught up in probate. That's when somebody dies and they don't have a will. And the next thing you know, siblings are arguing over houses, possessions, cars, things like that. That is a nightmare you don't want any part of. You're going to need some help. You need someone with experience. You need Riggin Law. Okay, RigginLaw.com. Kristen Riggin there and her team are amazing at guiding you through this process. Look, you want to get what's coming to you, but you don't want to have to fight with everybody to get it. Just get Kristen to do the work for you. Go to RigginLaw.com. When you have questions, you have concerns about an inheritance, about anything like that, RigginLaw.com is the solution. Check them out. I need to fix something real quick. I just thought about it. Hold on one second, y'all.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, because I think that, okay, hold on. Boop. There we go. And then we do this one and make sure that it's right too. Hold on one
Oh,
second,
we
y'all.
got grids.
Ooh, look at that. Yeah, now, there we go. Okay, that's better. I just wanted to make sure that was right. So,
Focus.
here we go. Here's another really interesting story to talk about. A Columbus funeral home is going to make history as the very first in Ohio to obtain a liquor license, offering mourners a unique way to honor their loved ones. Evergreen Funeral, Cremation, and Reception, which opens next year, aims to change how people look at funerals by creating a more celebratory and personalized experience. This is according to Hunter Triplett, the owner. He said, my role is to be kind of a party planner for the dead. We want this to be a celebration of life rather than a traditional somber service. He said the addition of a bar
Shut up.
will allow families to toast loved ones while making the process more manageable and affordable. Funeral home will only serve alcohol on site during services to ensure safety. It's kind of like a one-stop shop for funeral service, he said. You know, is that really the time to serve booze? Is at a funeral? I mean, it sounds like first of all, you're going to send people who are depressed into overdrive. Second, you're going to have somebody's going to want to fight a bitch.
Well, yeah.
I mean, somebody's going to have a fight at a funeral if you get drunk.
Yeah, if the side piece shows up and wants to, eulogize. Or
the uncle that's over there hitting the bar too many times and starts running his mouth, and there's going to be some, some scratch. This is a recipe for disaster.
Yeah. Oh, it's fantastic.
No, I mean,
as long as they have cameras set up.
Yeah, this should be a reality show.
I agree.
Yeah, no, you absolutely. Drunken funerals?
Yes.
Yeah, no, that's the greatest thing I ever heard in my life.
Oh, it's almost, I mean, like I will watch that right alongside My Big Fat Greek American Wedding or whatever. Have you seen that reality show?
No, I haven't.
So they're gypsies. They're Romy Michelle, whatever it is. I can't say it. I apologize. Don't anybody come for me. But they're in America. They're living in America and they're living in, Appalachia type places, but they're all, in nice houses and everything. And they, it follows these girls, these young girls, very young girls when they're getting married and, getting ready to be travelers and spend the rest of their lives cleaning and popping out babies. But their wedding dresses are huge. And can be anywhere from white to orange or turquoise. I mean, they're huge, and they all wear huge crowns, and it's wild.
And this is a gypsy thing, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I think it's on TLC.
Is it?
Yeah, the Learning Channel.
Yeah,
sounds about right.
That sounds about right.
No,
oh, look, there he is. Yeah. That's Kerry. Yeah. So anyway,
I'd like to know what meat has been being smoked in here over the past.
Oh, he
week
said
or whatever, Kerry.
he said ribs.
Yeah,
he was doing ribs. We came in.
Oh, it is
was it
ridiculous
Monday?
here. Yeah, Monday.
We walked in
Even
Monday,
today.
and both of us were like, "Where's this food? Where's this food at?"
I mean, I was looking. It smelled divine.
Yeah, no, it smelled like you walked into. Have you ever been to Brett Weiser's in Benton?
Mm-mm.
Oh my God, please go one day.
Okay.
Oh my God, listen, if you've never been. This is unsolicited. You could just walk in there and just sniff, and it's like the best day ever. I mean, it if you like the smell of smoked meat, pause. It's awesome. No, it's amazing.
I'm with you.
All right, let's do this, shall we? It's about time anyway. This is the segment, not like the other. People do stupid shit, you say, oh brother. Hey, it's not a copy or a clone of any previous bit. But if you think so, hey, we don't give a shit. Yeah. Wackadoo, then the news. There you go, that's right. All right. Fans of the holiday classic Home Alone are no doubt familiar with the small but pivotal role that the late John Candy played in the film. What you might not know is John Candy only got $414 for that part.
I knew that.
Yeah.
I love John Candy.
It was a favor for a friend, and his time on the set was he just spent a day there. Christopher Columbus, the director, says a great deal of what ended up on the screen, like the funeral parlor story, was complete improv on Candy's part. Years later, there were times that Candy took a few jabs about how much he was paid for work in the film that pulled in $476 million. And there was a little bit of resentment afterward on his part.
Shocker.
I mean, look, I get that. Look, if I do you a favor, I do you a solid as a friend.
Solid.
Okay. And this was the movie that made Christopher Columbus a household director, a household name of a director, and got him a lot of credibility to do other films.
Yeah.
If my buddy came over and did it for 400 clams and I dock millions, I'm going to holler at my buddy and go, hey, let me tighten you up, man. Let me help you out a little bit. I appreciate what you did for me.
Yes.
So yeah, I would probably be resentful too if I'm watching you stack those millions over there because those folks didn't make as much money then.
No.
Not like it is today. The iconic red swimsuit that adorned the body of Pamela Anderson in Baywatch is going to be a historical artifact.
Hell yeah, it is.
The swimsuit's going to be loaned to the Design Museum in London from Germany's Bikini Art Museum, which is dedicated to swimwear and bikini culture. And they got their hands on the legendary piece of television wardrobe in 2023 from the collection of David Hasselhoff.
Yeah.
So he had one of Pam's swimsuits.
Of course he did.
Yeah, I bet he did.
Of course
I bet he did. I bet he...
all the time.
Everyone, he'd walk by and go, boob residue. Seems to be a growing trend that's hitting.
Residue.
That's right. Hitting social media where people are showing off fresh tattoos with the face of, you guessed it, United Healthcare CEO killer Luigi Mangione. A few days ago in an Instagram post from Glenn Hartless, he showed off his new thigh work, showing the killer's face along with the words delay, deny, defend. This followed a December 9th post of someone else showing an interpretation of a hoodie photo that they had tattooed on him. Wow.
There's some really interesting tattoos that happen after
any kind of incident.
It
is true.
Election results, the bombings, murders.
Yeah, it's true.
Protests. It's hilarious some of the stuff people come up with.
It's an interesting time marker, I guess.
I Monday I bought myself a couple of Luigi shirts.
Did you?
But I'm not about to tattoo none of y'all on my body. Like, no.
Professional troll. Yeah. She's an op. No matter how old you are, there's always a chance to learn something new. On TikTok, Kate Steiner said it only took 34 years for her to learn about the hold open clip at the gas pump. While commonplace in most states, it's only been recently that the hold open clips were legal in some places.
Wait, what?
It took until 2021 for Hawaii to legalize them, thanks in no small part to advocates for those with disabilities. When you...
No, I know exactly what it is. Why would it ever be illegal?
I don't know. Maybe they think that if you walk away from it unattended, that gas might get on the ground, might spill. Will you,
Come on in.
What's going on, man?
Hey.
Look who's popping by. Come on in, have a seat, man.
About you this morning.
Come on over here, man. Come on over. No, get on this side. I need to monitor you today. You might get out of line. I don't trust what you got going on.
That just doesn't compute to me. I don't understand that.
Well,
because I've never had any experience with a stay open clip or whatever that didn't.
No, of course not.
The auto stop.
No, of course not. So
all right.
Let's pause just a moment. What's up, Theron? Cash?
Hello.
How you doing over here? Let me push your mic up. There, try it again.
There we go.
Yeah.
Hello.
Now you're part of the program.
Good morning.
What's up, buddy?
Man,
How
doing
you
all
doing,
right,
man?
Doing all right.
What's happening at Stone's Throw today?
Man, we rocking and rolling, man. It's all day happy hour today.
Awesome.
All day happy hour.
All day happy hour.
Now, what
yeah.
does that mean, bro?
You get $1 off every pour.
Did you hear that, people?
Wow.
That's all day long. $1 off every pour at Stone's Throw today.
Everything up there. Yep.
Draft too.
Yeah.
Okay, that's everything, people.
Everything.
That's everything. Man.
Everything on the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the hot beer right now for you?
The hot beer probably a hazy I put out a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
The Cashmere Crush.
Okay.
Sounds like a weed.
Yeah.
I guess a 6 strain.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. It does sound like a strain though. Cashmere Crush.
Have you
like.
tried it yet, Patrick? Have you gone and gotten some of that?
I haven't yet, but I expect I'm going to be able to sample some at some point soon.
Oh.
Yeah. It'll be in soon.
Yeah. We're gonna start doing a weekly sampling.
Oh.
So, Theron will come in every week, bring in a beer of the week for us to try and sample. And I thought that'd be cool. Start giving some beer aficionado talk on here, talk
like
more
that.
in depth about beer and notes and how it's made and stuff like that because it's cool.
Yeah. And it helps when your viewers can like see the beer
Mm-hmm.
rather than just kind of, oh, it's a beer. Okay.
Right. Yeah, no, it is a helpful medium video wise.
I love it,
So
yeah.
that is true. It's a new thing for me. I'm still getting used to that, how long are y'all what are you open till tonight? by the way?
Today we're open from 4 to 9.
4 to 9
Yep.
tonight. Okay.
And
Okay.
the kitchen's open the whole time too.
Yeah, and that's the
Dumplings.
Alaskan dumplings.
That is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it is a great day for dumplings.
Man, it is a good day for that. Yeah, it's about the right weather. Should Canada become America's 51st state? In a new poll, 13% of Canadians say they'd like to see it happen. 19% of men say they'd be in favor, only 7% of women. In Alberta, Manitoba, Saskatchewan, and British Columbia, they're the biggest advocates at 19%, 18%, and 15%. They did a poll in early December. Yeah, I mean, Canada's not that big, really. I mean, there's a lot of space, but it's not, the population's not that big, Would you be in favor of adopting them as a state, Aaron?
Sure.
Well, then you'd have more access to Canadian beer ingredients.
Yeah, that's not a selling point.
No, okay. You don't like the Moosehead?
No, Labatt's, no.
Butte.
Moosehead, that's a Canadian beer, right?
Yeah.
Butte.
Yeah.
What's another Canadian? Is Molson Canadian?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never
and,
even heard of that.
What are Labatt's?
Oh,
And yeah, those are the big ones I can think of.
okay.
Not a fan really.
No. When I was young, I enjoyed a Moosehead beer every now and again, but then I found Heineken and I liked it better. What do you have that you think is a style like Heineken, but you think is a little better?
It's exactly what I brought today.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
What did you bring today?
I brought our regular beer.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, what are you doing? I mean, if you brought beer, why are we waiting here? It's beer time. Let me try it.
I mean, I saw that he had a fancy bag.
Well, I saw his cool bag. Just one cup for me today. But hold on. Will you grab Kerry?
Yes.
Kerry is he's an official. He likes the Bruce. I want to get Kerry in here to try it as well.
And
Thank you very, very much. I appreciate
and
that.
for your fans out there that haven't seen the Crowler, this is our this is what's on sale for $5 on Mondays. That's a 32-ounce big ass can of beer.
Yeah, no, that's a fat can of brewski right there. That's good times. See, that's a delicious sound, isn't it? Just pulling the tab, people are already like, man, is it time to go home? Yeah. So right now he's pouring up this delightful, delightful beer. Come here, Kerry. Come have a seat real quick, man. Could you? Okay, awesome. Awesome. Yes, please. Thank you. All right, so tell us what beer is this? Kerry, you know Theron from Stone's Throw?
Yes, sir.
All right.
So
Scooch on in, Kerry. There you go.
How y'all doing today?
What's
Morning.
up? What's up, buddy?
Morning.
So which beer is this?
So in a blast of marketing genius, I'm calling this regular beer.
Oh, I love that.
That's the name is regular beer.
Regular beer.
because I go to these events all the time, just not, all around town. May or may not be a craft beer crowd. A
Yeah.
lot of times it's not necessarily a craft beer crowd. And everybody will come up, can I get a Bud Light?
Yeah, they just want a regular beer.
No. What do you got? Like, the best comment I got was this summer. One guy was like, I need a Bud Light. I'm like, sorry, sir, I don't have Bud Light. What do you got? Went through what I got. He's like, oh, you got that no-name shit.
Nice.
Yeah, that's we're a microbrewery, sir. Yeah.
So
I'm sorry, you love the corporate stuff, do you?
yeah, and so I would get this comment a lot during the summer. Man, just let me get a regular beer.
Okay.
Meaning they wanted
Yeah, whatever.
Bud Light, Miller Light, Coors Light.
Yeah,
Bud
something
Light is-
Yeah.
a quote unquote normal brew.
I
Yeah.
was like, you know what? I've got this beer coming out, which was this one. I'm just gonna rename it.
Regular beer.
Just gonna rename it regular beer because it's yellow, it's
Really?
fizzy, it looks like a regular beer.
Yeah.
It tastes so much better. But this is exactly what they were wanting, and people were kind of dumbfounded now. Can I get a regular beer? I'm like, my man, I got you right here.
Got you regular beer.
Regular beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I got you. This is the regular beer. All right, well, let's try it, Kerry. Let's see what we think.
Damn, that's good.
That's smooth as hell,
That's
actually.
good at 7:00 in the morning.
Yeah. Yeah, I've never had beer at 7, by the way.
No.
I have. That's why I'm not having any.
No, I know. No, you've had enough for all of us at 7.
I sure did. It smells good.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. Yeah, no, that is actually super smooth.
Yeah.
A lot of times for me, maybe the reason I didn't drink as much beer is the aftertaste that's real bitter. A lot of times I don't care for bitter a lot, but this almost has none. I mean, it's almost like a water finish.
Yeah, this has got a nice, smooth and kind of almost velvety
Yeah,
malt film
really
finish
is.
to it. Yeah,
Let me see your can. What kind of?
that's our Crowler can.
Yeah, that's what's $5 on Monday, right?
Yeah.
A crowler, $5.
That's a good beer.
That is a good beer for $5 for a
Come by there,
can
get
of
a
that,
few
right?
from you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so this,
Yeah, give me a regular.
yeah. So
Whoa, good.
what do we do?
It's all that metal over there, man. You're too
So-
metal.
I've made this beer before in the past. It's actually a Dortmunder style.
Okay.
And so it's a German lager from, it was created in the town of Dortmund, obviously, Dortmunder.
Yeah.
It was Germany's response to the Pilsner. It
Okay.
was created about the time, mid 1800s, about the same time that the Czech Republic came up with the Pilsner.
Yeah.
Germany was like, well, we can do that too. Dortmunder came about, but the water in Pilsen in the Czech Republic is very, very neutral. There's just very little in it,
Yeah.
and it's but in Dortmund it's very mineral rich.
Okay.
So the calcium and the magnesium and the carbonates and everything, they really give a different character to the beer, and that's why you're getting the softer, the more, like I said, the more velvety, smoother malts on the back end. Is because of the mineral rich water.
There really is a science to it.
It's a lot of science, yeah.
But that's cool. I mean, I don't know anything about the history of beer. What is the United States known for in beer?
Yeah.
Innovation.
Innovation.
Zima? Is that what we're known
No,
for?
as far as innovation,
Yeah.
we were really the ones to create all the IPAs.
Okay.
The crazy, big, bitter, juicy, flavorful IPAs.
Okay.
That style originated in Great Britain because IPA stands for India Pale Ale.
Yeah.
It was back during the colonial times when they had India as a colony.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so they would have to hops are a natural preservative, and so they would load this beer up with hops to preserve it, so they could ship it all the way around Africa, and it would wouldn't spoil before it got to India.
Okay.
So it was their pale ale that they were going to ship to India Pale Ale,
Yeah.
which was a big hoppy bitter beer, which is nothing like what we have today. It's technology and things have changed.
It's improved a little bit.
It's improved since
Yeah.
then, but that's
Yeah. Most beverages have in almost every way.
yeah, and that's how the IPA came around, and then us Americans, we had to do it bigger and better and
Yeah.
make it ridiculous, and
Yeah.
that's where we are today.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So that is kind of what we're known for, being grandiose, isn't it?
Definitely.
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely. Scoot you in a little bit, Kerry. Your model looks aren't showing up.
Sorry about that.
There you
Here's-
go,
here's
man.
My pretty.
Yeah. There you go. Hey, what's going on with you today, man?
Oh, same old, same old. Got a little work going on, you know.
Yeah, a little scaffolding work going on. Where are you guys at now?
Oh, we're headed to the Ozarks.
To the Ozarks. What's going on up there, man?
We're on one of them dams.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Another dam. That's good times, man. Hell yeah. That's awesome, man.
Well, I hope it's not raining there.
Yeah, I hope it's not raining either, but they're probably going to work in the rain today.
Oh.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's
Bless y'all's
hey,
heart.
when it's got to happen, it's got to happen, right?
Pick up
You
some,
know?
some hot hands on your way.
There you go.
Oh, it ain't that cold.
Double,
I mean, it's
double
not
up
that.
your socks.
Although in the Ozarks, it's usually a good 10 degrees cooler than it is here. Yeah. With it,
And it's going to be moist.
moist. The time I lived in the short time I lived in Harrison, I can tell you that. Yeah, I know it's not my favorite place.
No?
Beautiful,
gorgeous.
beautiful place. But man, if snow was coming, it was coming there. If it was coming to Arkansas, you were going to get it every single time. You could count on it. As soon as they talked about it, yeah, it's going to snow, and it would.
What kind of Skittles we got here?
What she's eating? No, she's
This
been
is my
working on these all
breakfast.
morning. That's breakfast of champions.
Shriekers?
What is
No,
that? What is it?
Much sugar.
Sugar.
Oh no, those are Skittles.
Sugar.
I can't even do that.
The
I mean,
devil.
the only reason I pulled them out is because my mouth was a little dry this morning.
Yeah, and you can't have this.
And I can't. I mean, I could. Y'all just wouldn't want me to. Really. I assure you.
Yeah, that's good stuff. There.
It's definitely a smooth beer. I like that.
No, it really is. I don't need to drink anymore. I was like, it's too easy to drink. I was going to drink the whole thing there. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to be able to push buttons if I do
Please.
much more of that.
Please.
What?
All right, this is just 5%.
No, it
Exactly.
isn't.
It's not one of our big ones.
No, what's a big one?
Just last week I just made one. It's got a funny name. It's going to be, I don't know, 12, 13%.
12 or 13%.
Yeah.
Well, that is a high volume for a beer.
Yeah,
Very high volume.
It's up there, yeah.
What's the highest allowed in a beer? Is there one?
Yeah, I think it's like 21%.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know you could go that high.
you can. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
It takes.
She said, oh, yeah.
It takes, it takes some doing. But like, I don't know if you've heard of the Sam Adams Utopia.
I mean, I've heard of Sam Adams.
Yeah, they make this like one real specialty beer, and they make like 100 bottles of it a year or something, and it's
Yeah.
like, I forget, it's like 40-something% alcohol.
Really?
It's
Oh my
ridiculous.
gosh.
80 proof beer?
Yeah,
Wow.
but it is so high alcohol that it exceeds the limit for Arkansas, so it can't be.
Wow.
You can't buy it in Arkansas. Not that they would send it in here anyway, but yeah. There's a limit. I think it's 21%, but don't quote me on that.
Yeah. That is, man, 21%. I would have never even imagined a beer of, I didn't even know 12 and 13%.
Yeah. The-
So that's a good little
the-
brewski
yeah,
there.
The highest I made was a couple of years ago. I made one that was 16%.
So doing beer in a manner of speaking is similar in ways, I guess, to cannabis, with terpenes and different things. So you have different things you add in that accomplish different missions.
Right.
Is
That's
that
it.
correct?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Okay. So similar with, cannabis, different terpenes accomplish different things. Some, work on inflammation. Others do this. Other, depending. I'm talking medical use here, people.
Yeah.
Only.
The only reason to use it.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. No, you should never otherwise.
It's all for medically
Yeah.
beneficial.
I have a
purposes.
card. I'm
Whether
legal.
whether emotional, mental, or physical,
There you go.
mine or yours.
But yeah, that's fascinating. Just considering, all the things that go into it. How long is a, the period of making a beer from beginning to end?
It really depends on the style and like the alcohol volume and whatnot. Like this regular beer, it's a lager, so it generally takes from the day I brew it till I get it in the keg. It's 6-7 weeks.
Oh wow.
But so the other ales like the IPAs and such, you can get them in 2 weeks.
Okay. So that is too one of the interesting things about going to a place like Stone's Throw is that you can bet that you're getting the freshest beer, and that's got to mean something, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that matters to the flavor profile,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Some beers age well. The high alcohol beers with a lot of malts and not a lot of hops, they age pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
But the lighter beers, the hoppier beers, the just I won't say ordinary, but the more common beers, they don't age as well.
So what do they just kind of water down over time,
Yeah,
basically?
the flavors mute, and they can change into something.
Then it becomes Natty Light.
Yeah.
That's what it turns into, Natty Light. That's where all beers go to die, Natty Light, right?
But you can definitely tell a difference in a beer that's, a day old versus a month.
Yeah. No, it is. It's interesting. I learned that with the donuts from Hostess. That if you get them the day after they deliver, they're much better than
Guarantee it. A month later.
a week or two. Yeah. That's terrible. I'm a terrible human. All right, let's do this, shall we? We need to do something anyway. Have you been injured? You need an attorney with a passion for people and an obsession with justice. That attorney is Tim Reed in Little Rock. Look, they've won $1.3 million in wrongful death, almost $1 million in medical malpractice and in insurance dispute. These guys know what they're doing, but more importantly, he's not a figurehead of some kind. He's not just some person on a poster with a picture of a rig or a smile or his dog with him. This is a real guy you can text with, you can talk to, and who will take good care of you. He'll work with you personally to get what you deserve. Check out reedfirm.com, reedfirm.com, or give him a call, 777-7333. Do you live or work in Conway, and are you a vapor? Yeah, and listen, stop going to crappy gas stations to get your vapes. Go to Crazy J's. They've got 2 locations in Conway, every kind of flavor you can imagine. Not only that, but if you love the electric lettuce, and who doesn't, they've got all kinds of glassware, some of the coolest stuff that you've ever seen. So no matter whether you're trying to get your vape on or your bud on, Crazy J's is the way to go. Check them out. They've got 2 locations in Conway. Crazy J's for all your vape and smoke needs, baby. All right, we are back. And again, welcome to midweek. It is Patrick and the People. Be sure and check us out online, patrickandthepeople.com. We stream on a gazillion platforms now. So whether you're watching it now or later, just go over to the website and find all of the ones that are on there. I know we recently added Pandora and a few others. I think we added 6 last week. So we're almost at the threshold of everything that's out there. And I do want to mention again, if you weren't here earlier, just a quick second, we're really blessed. We had been going through a process behind the scenes that we didn't talk about during that time, but it's been a process where we had applied to be on a reality show called The Blocks. And it's for entrepreneurs and startups, things like that, where you can go and get help from these amazing, successful business people. And it's a competition where you can win money for the business. So Gunnar and I have been invited to become part of it. But we have to cover our expenses for the hotel and for our food while we're there. So we have just a little GoFundMe if you want to help us get on there because we just don't have a big budget right now, basically just enough to keep us going. So anything you can do, if you can't, that's fine. Maybe just share it. But if you want to see us on Amazon Prime competing in a reality show, I'm pretty stoked about it. And I think we have a fair opportunity to maybe get the win. And that'd be $10,000 for the business, which would be awesome to be able to do. And plus, they're going to help us out to grow and do a lot of other things. So it's a really cool opportunity, a very cool reality show hosted by Wes. You may know him from The Challenge. He's the one that created this. So if you can help out, hey, man, that would be great. It would be very appreciated. Let's talk food because food and beer go together. Taco Bell is going to add an item to the menu that might catch you by surprise. Obviously, they're known for Mexican cuisine. Somewhat inspired cuisine. How about that? They'll begin offering crispy chicken nuggets starting tomorrow nationwide. They'll be on the menu for a limited time. They said they're going to make the new item with a zesty jalapeno buttermilk flavor marinade and it'll be breaded with breadcrumbs and tortilla chips. So, like,
Mm.
you know, the 3 dipping sauces: ranch, bell sauce, and some kind of honey mustard. Do you want the
Y'all lost
nuggets?
me at the buttermilk thing. Like,
Oh, you didn't like that?
I don't know the jalapeno. This
You're not a jalapeno person?
no, I do like jalapenos.
Okay.
I don't know. Just the
Just zesty jalapeno buttermilk didn't go for
it
you?
didn't work for me. It's
Uh,
your words matter.
What do you think? Would you try those out?
Maybe.
He said
Maybe.
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 They're not my sponsor. You don't have to be
No,
kind
I'm
here.
just, chicken nuggets aren't exactly what I think when I go to Taco Bell.
Thank you.
No, chicken nuggets typically aren't a meal for me.
Or anything that's got buttermilk.
No, buttermilk is good in a lot of things like ranch.
I totally will agree with you.
Yeah,
At like Cracker Barrel or
I don't go to Cracker
Dixie
Barrel.
Cafe or
Dixie-
Homer's. I
yeah.
know Dixie Cafe doesn't exist
Yeah, that's
anymore, but
gone.
like jalapeno
Buttermilk,
buttermilk, zesty jalapeno
buttermilk. Yeah,
And I know it's just part of the process, the flavor process for the
Right.
chicken. It just doesn't. I don't know. It's confusing.
How much do you like hot dogs? By the way, do you like hot dogs?
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you eat a few a year, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it's not
How many would you say a year you eat, if you had to guess?
not less than a dozen.
Okay, less than a
So,
dozen.
but-
How about yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I'll have a handful a year, especially if we go to see the Travs play,
Okay.
because I mean, you have to.
Well,
Well, I get a corn dog, then I'm a lying.
if you say, let's say you had 10.
Yep.
Okay. That's 5 hours of your life that's gone.
What?
Yeah, that's right. Scientists are warning that eating processed foods like hot dogs could significantly shorten your life expectancy. A study from the University of Michigan found consuming one single hot dog could cut an average of 36 minutes off your life. Cured meats, 24. The doctor said the urgency of dietary changes to improve human health is clear. Do you think this study is legitimate? You eat a hot dog, you lose 36 minutes of life.
No,
I don't either.
I'm calling bullshit.
I am too.
Is there-
I think maybe you found some kind of
No.
number to manipulate here, but I don't believe that. I think that depends on your other general health and how you take care of yourself, what
I wanna
else you
see the
do,
study. I want to see the study.
and B, what kind of hot dog are you eating?
Yeah.
Because if you're eating the one, the Bar S Frank, that might
Yeah.
take 36 minutes off.
Yeah.
It's got beaks, hooves, and everything else, and who
Yeah.
knows what's in that, some
If I-
feathers here and
yeah,
there.
If you're getting it from the
But if-
Corral gas station on South University,
Right.
yeah.
But if you have an all beef hot dog,
Nah.
come on, man,
Or
36 minutes.
kosher. I mean,
Yeah, I'm not believing it.
eat
And
a Jewish hot dog. Those are probably really
the
good.
kosher ones.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, and then
Hot dog parties take more lives than elevator shoes in traffic.
right, yeah,
Like,
no. And this is one of my favorite stories of the day, and this is why that California and me don't always agree. The San Francisco Department of Public Health hired a anti-weight-based discrimination expert to consult on weight stigma and weight neutrality. Virgie Tovar, the author of You Have the Right to Remain Fat,
yeah.
and other published works on fat positivity and body acceptance, announced on Instagram that she was hired to consult for the department, calling the collaboration a dream come true. So she lists herself as a plus-size author, lecturer, and leading expert on body positivity and over a decade of experience. Now, this is
Wow.
her. This is she's gonna. Here you go, Theron. She's gonna coach you on body positivity and fat positivity.
Good for her.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I mean it is. This is in Bentonville, Arkansas. We're showing her right here
Oh,
in
how
front
cool.
of the camera. Why? Yeah, that she was
I
at the
think she-
Bentonville Film Festival.
Yeah, I think she should have larger her glasses don't fit her face.
That's one of the things that don't fit. You're right.
Hey, there's a question for our Stones Throw
Over Theron? Aficionado.
our beer aficionado.
Okay. What's
the
the
thingy.
question?
Coda would like to know if Stones Throw would ever do something like an unpaid internship for those who want to learn more. Unpaid.
I don't know. I don't know about a full blown internship, but it's pretty common for me to have people stop by and kind of go through the process with me on a brew day.
Yeah. So if you wanted to come by and get a walkthrough basically and kind of see how he does his process, then he would be open to that, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
But, probably not going to put you to work for the summer or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is that pretty fair?
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nobody,
Yeah.
they don't want to take responsibility for you.
Yeah. I mean, I have people. I mean,
Got staff.
Look, he makes beer. Do you know how many people want
They
to
don't need you
volunteer?
screwing up their beer.
A lot of people want to volunteer for the guy that
Yeah.
makes beer.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
yeah, and then I usually have people come through in like July and August when it's just unbearably hot back there,
Oh, yeah, I bet.
and like, you sure this is what you want to do?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah,
How hot does it probably get back there?
it gets hot.
Real
It's
hot.
hot.
Is it very humid? Is there a lot of moisture?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because we're
Moist.
boiling,
Yeah.
100 gallons of beer the whole time, so it's
Ooh-wee. What does
it's
this smell like?
delightful.
It does, actually. I've been there, and they are very, very, very good-sized vats. I mean, they're how many gallons do those vats hold?
I've got a 3-barrel system, so it's around 100 gallons.
Yeah, that's quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But during the summer, I mean, rule of thumb is whatever it is outside, add 20 degrees,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what it is inside.
Yeah.
So-
No.
So it's warm.
So coming maybe spring, fall, or winter, not summer. Is that right? Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. So back to this fat positivity expert.
Are we still on that?
Yeah, no, I am, because I first of all, I don't understand. Look, if you have body image issues, this person is not going to make the difference for you here by consulting with the Department of Health. And I don't know where at some point this fat but fit thing came to be. Look, I've been thick my whole life, and I can tell you there's no fat but fit. Either you're fat or you're not fat. I mean, it's really the truth. Now, you may be genetically predisposed to being more healthy, because genetics play such a significant part. I mean, that's why some people, drink their whole life and never get cirrhosis, and somebody who never drinks gets cirrhosis, because genetics play a role in that. But I don't know if I believe in this, fat positivity thing. I think it's a bad thing to sell people. I mean, if you just love who you are, whether you're skinny, fat, whatever, and I know that's easier said than done, but paying people to do that seems a little silly to me. Thoughts?
Yeah, I can understand that. I understand your point. I mean, I do believe in body positivity. I've never been fat. I've never been, obese or anything like that. So I don't have that lived experience or anything. But I mean, I've also been 100 pounds soaking wet,
Right.
and wasn't
Well,
cute.
no, and I'm
Yeah.
sure that you
But-
got criticism.
Oh, absolutely.
that
But
time.
my thing, the world is so wild and different. The things that we're having exploratory committees on and consultants on and
Right.
everything is so wild to me.
I
Because
mean, I guess
because
it's great that
new.
we're looking
Yeah.
at all the ways to help
Yeah.
people, but
I mean, I want everybody to love themselves.
but I don't know that
I don't know if
that
that's
this person is going to make a difference in that.
I will say that if we are going off, this individual is a representative of, how to love yourself in your body or whatever
body shape you
shape you have.
Yeah.
If y'all are going for aesthetics and what culture tends to gravitate towards as far as like consumption of information or looking to somebody, no, that individual is not going to be.
here's-
You don't want to put that individual on a poster.
Look, you're right. Here's the thing. Look, average body sizes sell for marketing.
Yes.
Okay, so for marketing purposes, that's normally what you're going to see because it makes sense, but that doesn't mean the best thing I would tell people, and I've had this conversation with some people I care about very much. Look, if you're a little thick, a lot of people like that. Sometimes if you're a little skinny, a lot of people like that. It understand that
There's so much
what
differences.
marketing does
Yeah.
and what real people think are
Right.
very different.
Right.
They use marketing because that's a standard body shape that everybody can kind of
It's what we
relate to a little
Yeah.
bit. You know what I mean? It's what we've been conditioned to see.
Yeah.
But I promise you, as a man, and I can't speak for all men, but I can speak for a lot of us, that there are a lot of guys that just like girls like dad bods, we like thick chicks.
Yeah.
I mean, point blank.
Yeah.
Point blank. So, you have to understand there's somebody for everybody.
We all like
and
some
if you,
pushing for the pushing.
hell yeah. But if you realize that, that there is somebody for, just realize you
Yeah.
no matter what you look like, you're amazing. You just have to be comfortable in your own skin. That's the most important thing.
And I agree with
And
that.
it's easier said than done.
is,
I mean,
it
for most of
is.
us who have been, look, in the past year and a half, I've dropped 100 pounds. But, and it helped me a lot health wise. And I do feel a lot better about myself
Yeah.
than I did, and anybody will feel better about themselves doing that. But even then, I wasn't a piece of shit. I was just,
I take issue with paying anybody money to make me feel better about myself.
well, yeah.
I just
What about hookers, strippers?
Who has to pay?
They make me feel better about
I've
myself,
never
right?
had to
I mean,
pay.
I've never had to pay either.
I've never
but-
had to pay. I don't know what
Never
y'all
done
talking
that. I
about
mean,
legalized sex work. Off my soapbox, but I mean, I've had business coaches and things like that, and while they were effective, I think what was more effective, just at this point in time in my life, was the absolute horror at the money that I'd spent for these individuals to tell me all these things and then
Mhm.
to turn around and go, actually, that's not the way to do it. This is, and
Well-
we've got a whole other program. And I was like, oh, hell no.
Yeah. Look,
Every self-help book says the same thing. Every business building book says the same thing.
which is what?
Authenticity. Everybody's doing, everybody's going through the same thing. There's always room for, your product, your thing, and patience. Like that's pretty much hard work and patience.
Yeah, I think authenticity is probably it. If there's a buzzword for right now, it's authenticity.
That's my word for this year.
Yeah, I mean,
I love
it
that
is
word.
the word right now I see as the zeitgeist because that's what people are clinging to. They want authenticity. They don't
I love
care
authenticity.
big, small, black, white, this, that, none of that
Yeah.
stuff. If you're authentically you,
Yes.
and that's what you're offering, people
Yes.
are interested in that.
Absolutely, they are.
What they're not interested in is another clone of everything else that's
No.
been done.
I don't want to see KK. I don't, or the KKK. No, I'm just kidding. I don't want to see KK or, any more of that shit.
Right.
Like, I love authenticity. I love
Well,
people that are so fully themselves because we've been told so many times and so often to be
That-
something else.
That is, I think,
I
one of
understand what you're saying.
the positives of today is authenticity is an important thing, and I like that a lot. I think it's a much better gauge than what you weigh or where you work or those different things, because any of our lives can be affected at any time, and you could be at a different
you.
station
Yeah.
now than 5 years from now.
Yeah.
I know that I have been a different, listen, I'm a whole different human when I was in my 20s than I am now.
Same.
Right? I'm sure you'd say the same thing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, most of us were very different people in our 20s, and
Mhm.
I almost look at that like I'm watching a movie when I think
Yes.
about it. Now, I
Gosh.
remember it, but it's like watching a
It's like
movie
a
because
completely different
that
person.
I don't relate to that
Mm-mm.
person anymore.
No.
The decisions that person would make, I wouldn't,
Nope.
and that doesn't mean he wasn't a good person. He was just a dumbass, mainly. He was.
Well, and you think about how committed you were at that age.
Mhm.
You knew.
Oh yeah.
I
certainty.
know. The certainty I had.
No, and most people in their 20s, that's the time where you're absolutely certain you know how the world works. You
Yes.
got it now. You figured it out. You got the roadmap. You got the answers.
Yep.
And then you get to about 30 and you look at it and go, yeah, I didn't know
you
shit.
Dumbass.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Such a dumbass.
But we do, at that age, everything is very black and white.
It really is.
Either you're wrong or you're right.
Yep.
There's no middle
There
ground.
is no gray
Yeah.
in the 20s.
But when you get past that, you realize most everything is in the
Everything's
gray. Yeah,
Everything's
almost
gray.
everything is in that exists in that
Yeah.
portal right there.
It really does.
It does, man.
Yeah, I think about with authenticity, like I remember, I used to talk about this when I had my paint company. I remember back in the day, my stepdad was a plumber. He had his own business, and a
Yeah.
handshake was a contract, and your word,
Right.
was your bond. And it was just this understanding of people were what they said they were, or you sought out people who were what they said they were. And it blows my mind to go from that experience in the 80s to what now, where nobody trusts anybody.
Right.
Nobody trusts anybody. Nobody's worth a shit.
Well, it's because a lot of those handshakes didn't go very well.
No, I totally understand that.
I
That's-
mean,
I think that's why
unfortunately.
we love authenticity.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Because, like, I don't want to see your triple B sticker accreditation on the back of your van. That's probably going to make me not call you. Because I'm
Yeah,
like,
bumper stickers are not. I'm not a fan.
Your 316 and your little fish.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm not going
sorry.
to do a rant on that because my wife does such a great one. I'll never top it. But
I want to
if
hear
you
it,
ever
Laura.
get to see, if you ever get to see Laura do stand up, get her to talk about bumper stickers because her rant, I can't even not pilfer from it if I tried to because it's
I
so
love it.
good. So I'm going to avoid that. Let's do something else. It's time.
Do it.
All right. Hey, if you are looking or thinking about getting an estimate for a new roof, go to TitanRoofingCompany.com. Josh and Jeremy there, listen, they've had Titan Roofing's been in business, family owned for, I don't know, half a century now.
Wow.
And these guys are really, really, really good at what they do. They have a lot of experience. And because of that, they can give you a 10-year transferable warranty. Nobody does
Nobody.
that, not on a roof. So go over to TitanRoofingCompany.com and let Josh and Jeremy know that we sent you. Okay. All right. So Theron, what you said today, you guys have got all day happy hour
That's it.
from 4 to 9.
4 to 9.
$1 off every pour.
Every single one.
That means in 5 pours, I save $5.
There you go.
That's right.
I like your math.
Yeah, that's good math.
That's good math.
All
The
day
math
long.
be
Yeah, no,
mathing.
I like that, man. I
Coda
like
wants to know when your next brew day is.
When is my next brew day? Probably not till after Christmas.
That makes sense.
that. Yeah, that does.
I just went on vacation, so I stocked us up really well right before vacation,
Mhm.
so there wouldn't be any issues while I was gone. Because
So get with him after the first of the year, Coda. And
as soon as I leave, shit happens.
you're right.
Oh, yeah.
So you may as well brew it up in advance and
Yeah.
have it
Got
ready.
to.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we're pretty well stocked right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good. Speaking of beer, did you see about the robbery at Casey's yesterday? Spring
No.
Hill? Well,
At the Casey's convenience store
yeah,
on
at the-
Spring Hill?
Yeah. So this gentleman is
Well,
not
at the
making it to
corner
Christmas.
there of
Yeah.
Spring Hill and Highway 5?
A young man or a gentleman, an individual, pulled a gun, stole some beer, and he's no longer with us.
Oh, no.
The North Little Rock PD relieved him of his beer and his breathing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, wild.
But wait, he stole it in
He stole it at the Casey's on Springfield and took off.
Spring Hill?
Or Spring Hill. I'm sorry. Why do I keep saying Springfield?
Spring
Yeah,
Hill in
Spring Hill.
Benton or Spring Hill, North Little Rock?
North Little Rock.
Okay.
This is the North Little Rock page.
Okay.
But yeah,
okay.
he
Wow.
mhm.
But he used a gun to do it?
He did.
It's beer. Nobody's going to, you don't have to use a gun for beer. Save
Nobody-
that for like
yeah.
a bank robbery or
Yeah,
something,
nobody
man.
at Casey's getting paid enough to like fight you for that beer. And it was probably Natty Ice, or Natty Light.
Even as
so-
good as Stone's Throw is, I wouldn't use a gun to get it.
Please don't.
Don't
I
come
said
don't
please
come to
don't.
don't come to Stone's Throw doing that. Like,
Yeah, no.
well, don't go anywhere and do that. but,
No,
get a
I-
sign.
I would highly advise you not to do it at
Don't
Stone's
do it at
Throw.
Stone's Throw.
I would advise you not to. You might catch something you don't want, like high-speed lead poisoning.
I'm just saying.
You don't want
I'm
to do
just
that.
saying, but that's wild.
It is wild, isn't it?
Prayers, thoughts, and prayers.
All right. This is, I like this, and I think it's something that we can kind of banter about. These days, a lot of us are focused on saving money, sticking to budgets, but according to Reddit, some small indulgences are totally worth it. The Reddit question was, what are some, quote, middle class luxuries that are worth it? And they had 2,000 responses and going on this. So let's talk about it, see if we agree that these are middle class luxuries that are worth the spend. This person said, generally speaking, hiring professionals who can do jobs faster and better than you. Handyman, cleaner, removal people. In an hour, they can do what would take me a day, and the result is much better quality, too.
100%.
Yeah. How about you? You agree with that?
That's a valid point, but I generally just do everything myself.
Yeah. That may be one of the problems.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that you're doing too much.
maybe.
Yeah. I know I do. So I do agree with that.
But there's some things, like some simple task I know people will call, like, for example, changing a light switch.
Okay.
Some people are going to call an electrician to do that. I'm going to take the 30 seconds it takes to do it. myself.
Yeah. No, I'm with
Yeah.
you on that.
Electricity makes me nervous, so I don't mess with it.
Yeah.
I have.
But maybe I should come watch you do it so I know how.
I
Turn
call
the,
people.
turn the circuit off. You're
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Spare things. Example, a pair of sunglasses in your car and your significant other's car. So having spare of items.
I mean, I've done that, but they were all like rando
Dollar store
yeah,
glasses.
there
Yeah.
wasn't anything worth a shit. It was something you got
it
at a
could be spare anything. Could be a
Yeah.
drill. It could be anything. Do you keep backups of items?
Yeah.
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 Like what?
Like, I don't want to jump to the next one, but I do have, like stuff like phone charger. I got
Mm.
a phone charger at my fiance's house.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah, no, I have multiple phone chargers. That is true. I have one in the car, one in the house.
Yeah.
But
one at the office.
that's because I have to have that computer or I'll die.
You will.
Yeah, I will.
Totally will.
All right. Setting the thermostat at whatever temperature you want without worrying about it. That's a middle class luxury.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my wife has lived that dream no matter what level we were at. Because she found if you don't know, and this may educate you too, Theron, somewhere, and I haven't found it. I don't know. You'd have to ask my wife, but she found a setting on the AC. It's called frozen tundra.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and we have penguins that migrate to our home annually
Yes.
because she keeps it ice freaking cold in there, man.
Yeah.
Some people love that. I'm not a fan.
I am not either.
No, I take Bahamas weather. I
I love heat.
Give me 74.
Yeah, I
You
love
know,
heat.
she wants 68.
No, only
That's
when
a
I'm going
big
to sleep.
difference there. Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you run a fan?
I do.
Do you run a fan when you sleep?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think almost everybody does.
I had my window open last night too.
Oh no, I can't sleep with a window open.
Oh yeah.
Well, I guess
I'm on a second
if
floor.
I'm upstairs,
I'm
yeah,
on
it's
a
okay.
second floor.
Upstairs, it's okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Hiring moving companies. We used to move everything ourselves with the help of family and friends. We hired movers the last time now that we have money for it. I'll never go back to doing it myself. Yeah, there's a value to that if you can, but I have to be honest with you. Most every time I've done it,
Yeah.
I mean,
We only hired movers when we were moving my grandmother's stuff, and that's because it was heavy antique.
oh yeah, that was real wood furniture.
And we were going 3 different places. So
Yeah, no, that wood was heavy.
no, I'll still bribe people with stones throw beer and
Yeah,
pizza.
right. All right, how about this? A high quality mattress. You spend a third of your life in bed, so it's worth every penny. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah, you spend a little money on a mattress.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
What would you say you spent on your last mattress there?
I don't remember.
Over
It
1,000.
was 1,500 maybe.
Yeah. Okay. High end mattress in your life.
I still have the mattress that we bought right before when I was pregnant with my son.
Okay. How old's your son?
18.
Okay, that mattress is old and tired.
That mattress is an old and tired.
How's
but
your
it
back?
is so good.
Broken?
Oh God, I love my.
No.
It's so
Is it?
comfortable.
All this time
Dude,
later.
I'm so comfortable.
Wow,
we
that's
rotate
amazing.
things. I know. I mean, I'd like to get a new mattress.
We have been struggling now for years, Laura and I. We have bought 3 different and not cheap mattresses, bedding sets, and none of them have been comfortable. I mean, we just
Yeah.
cannot seem to locate one that feels good all the time.
Are y'all gonna get those that have the, you can alternate the firmness
We
on
tried
both
that.
sides
No, we
and the
tried
heat
the
and
sleep
cool?
number type bed.
Yeah.
We tried that. We did not like that as
Yeah.
much.
I think the sleep number feels like you're sleeping on a fancy air
It
mattress.
does to me.
Oh,
It did to me.
really?
Yeah, it did to me. I
Okay.
didn't love it. We tried 2 or 3
Is
different
that what it
things.
is? Kind of like a
Yeah.
air mattress?
Yeah, it has air
Well,
chambers in it. Yeah,
It might have gotten better since the last time that I
may have.
tried
Yeah,
one. But yeah, this one was basically just like an air mattress, like sandwiched in between like a pillow top.
yeah,
And it
yeah.
was-
They just put a lot of high density foam over
Yeah,
it.
and it was not.
Yeah, I won't be
Not
doing
that
that.
great.
I'm so glad we're having this conversation.
Yeah.
I
No, we
won't get
we
one of
we
those.
tried one and we just didn't love it at all.
Mm, no.
To be honest. Okay, let's see. Getting house cleaners every 2 weeks is the best money I've ever spent for the last 10 years. House cleaners?
I'm sure that it is worth it. And I would love to get to that point. But I'm one of those people that, like, one, I've got a dog that's not going to want you anywhere near them because they don't know you.
Yeah.
So that leaves me a room that's not
Not
going to
gonna
get
be done,
cleaned,
or
which
you
is,
have to take your dog.
which is my bedroom because that's where I've got to put her up.
Right.
And so I don't know. I'm sure it's worth it. I know it's worth it, but I'm one of those people that I don't want you in my space.
House cleaners?
It's nice. I've had them before. And
Yeah.
it is nice.
It is super nice to have done where you
Yeah.
come home and it's all done.
Yeah, but
But my problem is, I can't get them to pick up my mess. They don't know where to put my stuff.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that means I have to pre-clean.
Exactly.
And by the time I'm done pre-cleaning, I'm
Like,
like, I may as
screw
well
it, might as well-
clean.
yeah, might as well
now
do
I've
it.
done all the work. And so,
And I got things I like done a certain way.
yeah, you just have things you don't want people to see. That's what you got.
That's true.
You-
That's
you
true.
got- you got things.
It is interesting whenever people are, they ask where the bathroom is at the party and everything. You're like, yeah, there's this one and there's this one, and they decide to go to, my bathroom, and then the next thing you know, you see their face because they've obviously seen the poll, and they're like,
Yeah.
they don't know what to
Not
say.
many people have a professional
pole.
stripper pole,
Yeah.
dancing pole. I'm sorry.
Yeah, 'cause we
installed
just
in their
dance on 'em.
bathrooms.
Yeah, most people don't, which
Yeah.
I don't know why not.
All right. This one, I'm going to pipe up and say, yeah, heated car seats. Yeah, you know what? I had not really messed with them until we bought many, many, many years ago that Lexus. And I'm going to tell you something. In winter,
100. Yep.
a heated seat is, man, it's a savior to you. It's nice.
Heated seats and satellite radio.
I don't care so much about that, but
do.
heated seats.
heated seat, I keep them year round.
Yes.
Yeah, it's more for my bad back
Yep.
rather
counter
than my
inflammation.
warm tushy.
Yeah.
But yeah, if my back's hurting a little bit, throw that thing on, man. That drives
Yeah.
great. That drives great.
It's like a heating pad. I mean,
I
more or
love
less,
it.
isn't it? It's like having a heating pad on.
I love my heated seats.
My
I'm trying to get my
mom-
mom to get some.
I feel like my mom, half of her life, had a heating pad on for some reason.
Yeah,
Is it
Yeah.
just me, or is that? I mean,
No.
I don't see people use those like they used
because
to.
we have heated seats.
Maybe that's why. I don't know. But
And
my mom was
medical
always using.
medical marijuana.
Yeah, she
Getting
didn't
all
use that.
patches.
Did your mom use a heating pad?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
regularly.
I feel like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
My mom
yeah.
did.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too.
My
And
mom
I
does it
think
now,
about.
too.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time I saw my wife. I said, Laura, pull out a heating pad. I
I
mean,
got one plugged in next to my bed.
do you?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. I've got one in my nightstand.
Yep.
Do you?
Yeah.
I mean, we have one, I'm sure.
No, I
I'm
keep
just
it
saying,
plugged in.
I can't. Yeah, I just don't. I don't know. Maybe we leaned on them a lot more back then for some reason.
I've got a messed up back too. I've got, slip discs and crushed, L's and whatever they are. And then I've got
Yeah.
a bum knee that I've had a few surgeries on.
Have you?
Yeah. And
Really?
and
Have you done have they just worked on it, or did you have a knee replacement?
No, not yet. That's the next.
Oh, that's what they
So
want
that's
to do
yeah.
next.
So that's why I keep. That's why we have the.
Do you have the trick knee that goes out sometimes?
Why do you
once
think
in a
I sit
while.
over here? Y'all think I'm just antsy and shit. I have to move around because
No, it's crack.
It is
She's on crack.
not today.
Not
I
today.
never liked crack.
No, it's a bad value, bad
I
investment,
never
bad
liked it.
ROI.
I just didn't like it. I was like, I don't know why we're doing this. It
No,
wasn't
it's a
good.
waste of time.
I agree.
All right,
Are we turning the air on?
here's man, we should today. I mean, we
I
need
didn't
to
know,
right
no,
now.
I didn't know what they were doing.
This is one we can debate on for a minute. Bidets. Are you a bidet person?
I'm thinking about getting that for my mom for Christmas.
Are you?
Yeah, one of
Yeah.
those detachable ones. I've been in when I was painting. Been in a lot of houses with bidets,
Yes.
the detachable ones or whatever. And you talk about the people that look down their nose at you. A mofo with a bidet
Well,
will
absolutely.
smooth look down their nose at you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, not sorry.
You smell like toilet paper.
Yeah, you smell it. It's like Demolition Man trying to figure out what to do with the shells.
Yeah, no, I've not ever used one. Laura finally used one not too far back, and she raved about it. She
Yeah?
was like, "No, it's amazing." I was like,
Okay.
"Really?"
I'm glad to know because
What about you, man?
Never used one. Little bit intimidated. I'm not real sure what. I mean, I know what's going to go on, but I don't know
Right.
how forceful it's going to go on.
Yeah. See, I'm worried that it's not. I want fire hose.
Yeah.
I want.
You need
I need a blast radius here. I want to
Little
make sure.
swirl.
And is the water heated when
Thank
it comes
you.
out?
Well, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want it heated?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I know. I think it is. I don't know for sure.
There's a lot of unknowns for me to get over the barrier there.
There's a thing called YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you're familiar with it.
Latasha
It is, but I think if you're going to get a really in-depth bidet, you're going to have to go to a different
country.
different website for an in-depth bidet review.
I
Oh,
think
yeah.
you're going to a real different
Was it
website.
the Bible Belt one? What was it? That website?
Which one?
There was a website that
I don't
they
remember.
review sex toys.
Oh, I don't know. Which
Maybe
one
they
it
have a
is.
special bidet.
Do they?
I don't know.
I'm sure they would.
Somebody look that
I don't even. It made me just you saying that made me nervous. I don't even know why. It really affected me. So if you could just stop saying it like that, it'd be great. All right. What about robot vacuums like a Roomba?
Never had one.
I never had one either.
My husband had one, hated it.
I've got one and I don't use it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's
trash.
I guess it's maybe not one of the better ones. And all it does is just get stunk under the couch.
All right. Well, here was my problem with the Roomba to begin with is when I was a kid, and this isn't something I think they even make anymore probably, but when I was a kid, the number one toy you would get would be the same technology as the Roomba, basically. It was a car or a motorcycle or a truck that was battery powered that you would let go, and when it would bump into something, it turned the other way. And that's what the Roomba really does. It just does it in a row, Actually, it does map your house out.
Yeah.
And it does
Sell
store
your
that.
data.
And they did find out that people had access to that and
Yep.
that it was listening at times.
Yeah.
There were a lot of things it found, but mainly I'm like, yeah, that seems like a toy to me. It doesn't seem like a real vacuum. Besides, how do you get in a corner
I have
with a round
animals.
vacuum?
Like I have animals. Exactly. Thank you. And that little arm thing, the little sweeper, it's like
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I would
micro.
think too.
It's a micro.
That's a micro. I would think too with if you have pets,
Yeah.
especially if they're shedding pets, that's probably too much for the Roomba to manage.
I would think so. How are you gonna? How are you gonna hold all the hair from all of my animals? There's no way you would hold the hair from one animal.
Mine would fill up pretty quick.
Yeah.
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 You have animals?
Yeah, I got a Dalmatian, and
Aw.
when she moves, it's like a cartoon. Like
Seriously.
like when somebody will take off running in a cartoon,
And it'll leave the
and the little
outline.
that's what she looks like.
Yeah. Yeah, Rousey's a boxer, which is a short-haired dog, and ironically sheds like Lassie.
Yeah.
It's the weirdest thing ever.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I got a short-haired
My
dog, so
short-haired
this wouldn't
dogs-
happen.
Yeah. My short haired dogs shed more than my long haired cat. Like it's
Mhm. I don't.
well.
I don't speak
That
cat.
sounded.
I don't speak cat, so
sounded
I don't
bad,
even
though.
understand it.
My cat is.
I
only one of my cats is longer.
oh yeah, no.
Yeah, we're going.
Shut down. Okay, let's see. What are folks saying? What are the people saying? What do they got going on here? Okay. Susan said it'll blast water up your butt. LOL. No heat. Oh, no heat.
Apparently, Latasha has heated steering wheel.
Really?
Oh, girl, you fancy.
That's nice. I think my wife's might have a heated steering
I
wheel.
wouldn't mind a heated steering wheel.
That's pretty nice. Yeah, I know hers.
Do you have
does,
one,
actually.
Theron?
I don't.
No.
Yeah, it is actually pretty nice too. Now there is a point where you have to turn it off. It's like, oh, that's getting hot on my hands. But yeah, no, my wife does. She has that Infinity.
Yeah.
It's super
Well,
nice.
when we were buying my son's car, we looked. Obviously, you got to look at stuff yourself.
Yeah.
Mom was looking at some nice Toyotas, and
Oh yeah.
to
Man, I'm
the
telling you,
mother effing my
yeah, they have some nice vehicles.
heated and cooled
Yeah.
seats and
That
steering
Land
wheel.
Cruiser,
Oh man,
man, that's a
the
sweet ride.
screen.
Yeah.
Ooh wee,
Yeah, no, they're the best.
ooh wee. I know
Lexus, Toyota.
that sales rep was sad when we didn't come back.
Oh, I bet he was. I mean, they look. That's a good one to
Yeah,
sell.
yeah.
That's a good one to sell. This person said, "Hot dog parties take more lives than elevator shoes in traffic." Yeah, that's Mike. That's true. That's true.
What are elevator
Dude,
shoes?
I'm not sure. Turner said, "Yeah, I'll still eat them. You know, I
What's up,
get it. Hot dogs, if you like them, man."
What's up, Turner?
Let's see. Chris Lansing, good morning, guys. I'm on my way to North Little Rock. Well, come on by.
Yeah,
Come on by, Crystal. You know where we are. 1021 Hemlock. Just pop
we
on
out
in.
here.
Yeah, come on in. Landon said dog titty. Now everybody's gonna start doing it.
Dog
Yeah, that's what
titty.
Kerry did. That's what Kerry does.
And he
says that
stopped
all the
doing
time.
it.
Well, he's just been busy.
It's rude.
Well, it is time.
Look, he left his beard.
I do need to do this though, and this is a really, really cool thing. I'm very excited to play this today. Yesterday, once again, guess who called me? As he does every
Jose?
single week. Yes,
Jose?
our favorite current inmate right now,
Kitty Master.
Joe Exotic. Yes, and I'm ready to drop the Joe Exotic interview on you, and for you guys to hear this. So he was in a little better spirits yesterday. Here we go. Let's do this. Hello?
To monitoring at any time. To accept this call, press 5. To block this call and all, you may begin speaking now.
I think we got a better phone.
Did you get a better one, Joe?
I did.
Okay, good to talk to you, man. How are you today?
They never fix anything around here.
I'm sure they don't. Hey, I did see that your team did release something, a new thing showing some text where they were talking about the setup for setting you up for the murder.
Oh yeah, I mean, I have now that I have their phones and everything.
Mm-hmm.
We have all the text messages where the federal agents told them how to lie. They all knew they were lying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking here, and it's from Jeff Lowe, and it said he just asked me to talk to him again. I could completely effing set him up. I could do this. And
Yeah. Why am I still here, man?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I mean, that's pretty crazy, man. That and who is this Matthew Bryant character?
That's the federal fish and wildlife agent
That's
that
what I
helped him
thought.
set me up.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah. And see, we have emails now between him and Carol Baskin going clear back to 2016 setting this up.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Now, have you released those yet, or you're just going through them now?
Oh God, all of that should be in that
Out
appeal.
there in the packet? Okay. All right. Well, I saw they released this one separately, by itself, just to show people what was going on, behind the scenes that they've never seen or heard before.
Yeah, well, see, and I didn't have any of that for my trial, and the judge and the prosecutors and the public defenders all made a deal before my trial started. I couldn't talk about Carol's husband missing. I couldn't talk about Jeff and James with their sex trafficking and raping people at the park and their credit card fraud and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't talk. They gagged me. I couldn't defend myself.
Right. They prevented you from bringing that evidence in that you feel like would have, completely
It
exonerated
kept
you.
the jury from hearing the story. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Jeff. They admitted to putting perfume on my shoes that day they got me drug in the cage. Jeff had admitted to changing my medicine with illegal drugs and getting me fucked up in the cage, trying to get me killed. None of that came out because I couldn't talk. So if the jury would have heard why Joe really left the zoo,
Mm-hmm.
it would have been a whole different story.
Yeah. No, I bet it would have. I mean, it's crazy just looking at this. I mean, how many times the word "set up" is used?
But you know what's even crazier though is we got these presidents like President Biden
Hmm.
pardoning judges that have wrongfully put people in minors in prison and got $54 million kickback from that.
Well, definitely got paid for doing it. Yeah, I mean that just came out. You're right.
And now the scumbag gets a pardon.
Mm-hmm. No, you're
Well,
absolutely right.
While the rest of us sit in here and rot.
And who was it again that you hurt, Joe? I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah,
Do I
nobody.
know?
I said, who was it again that you hurt, Joe? I'm trying to remember. Oh, nobody.
Yeah, nobody. Yeah, nobody.
Yeah, there are no victims.
Yeah, I euthanized 5 tigers with, and I had permission from my inspector that we could not find for trial.
Right. What happened to him, by the way?
Well, it's a woman. Her name was
Oh,
Debbie
it's a her.
Cunningham.
Okay.
She's still an inspector with the USDA.
But you just couldn't get
Okay,
her.
but well, according to my public defenders, we couldn't find her to subpoena her.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Yeah, a federal employee.
She just, I'll tell you why. Because she didn't want to lie under oath, and she probably refused to testify because she wasn't going to lie.
Hmm. And I mean, you subpoena someone they can refuse to testify?
Well, I mean, when they're government inspectors and the Fed public defenders are the ones issuing the subpoenas,
Mhm.
and the prosecutors knew this was all a setup.
Okay.
Yeah, they're not going to force her to come.
I got you. Okay. All right. Yeah. No, that makes sense. I guess. Yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah, you can bet if I get a new trial, we're going to force her to come.
Well, yeah. No, I would imagine so. I mean, there's so many different angles of evidence here that it's just hard to understand how no one has, gotten with you about at least the minimum a new trial, man. I mean, it just seems silly.
Yeah, I mean, I've been sitting over 2 years
Mhm.
waiting on this appeal for a new trial.
Now, what about Carol Baskin? Is she's just gone on and doing whatever, and no one's saying anything at all about her and the conditions the cats were in there and all of that? I mean,
Nope, she's scot free.
This call is from a
that's
federal prison.
unbelievable, man. Unbelievable.
Patrick, if I had my computers, man, I would show you so much stuff, and you might be able to see some of it on my YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
There was some things where I did called Joe Exotic Speaks Out.
Okay.
Search that in my YouTube, in my videos.
Okay.
Okay, and Carol's little group of friends, the Global Federation of Animal Sanctuaries, where my cats are now. Okay, spread out throughout all of them.
Yeah.
And they're charging $50 a person to see them.
Yeah.
You should see every one of the places are falling down.
Wow.
And
I know when they were showing the conditions at Carol's situation, it did not look good. It did not look like it was a sanctuary of any kind there.
No,
to be honest.
but it depends on how many politicians you donate money to.
Right, I guess it does. I guess
Yeah.
you're absolutely right. So who do you have any congressmen, senators, anybody who you've got their ear and maybe they're trying to help at all?
Well, I have former Congressman Matt Gaetz.
Yeah.
I have Congresswoman Boebert,
Okay.
and I have Marco Rubio,
Okay.
and then that Pardon 47.gov that's out there now.
Yes.
The head guy of that has me on the top of the list. So,
Okay. So you're
who knows?
still hoping,
knows?
still pushing, still trying to get it done.
We are still trying to get it done.
Yeah. Well,
and then my team were supposed to release a press release today to Governor Stitt because I want to know how come the OSBI has never opened up an investigation on them admitting to conspiracy to murder me while I was
A candidate.
gubernatorial candidate.
yeah. While you were running for office there.
Yeah, I mean, they admitted it on world television that
Yeah.
they were going to kill me. Why has nobody been investigated or charged?
No, I mean that's a great question, and at least it merits an answer of some kind at the very minimum. Now, do you think
Yeah.
that do you have hope that let's say Biden leaves and right now as it looks now you haven't been pardoned by him, but let's we'll hope. But
I have a clemency application on his desk.
uh-huh.
Do I? Would it be a miracle if he did? Yeah. But am I looking forward to it? No, I don't think he will. Because he just did 1,500, and not one of them were in prison.
Right. Do you think that though, when Trump gets in, that there's a possibility that he might do it early instead of waiting?
Well, he's promised to do all the January 6ers and stuff on day one.
Yeah.
On January 21st,
Mhm.
and everybody that I have pushing for me, including my attorneys that are representing 35 January 6ers,
Mm-hmm.
are shooting to have me in that.
So
same
they're trying to
mix of
get
people.
you included in that grouping at the same time. Yeah.
Yes.
So what do they think? I mean, they're dealing with the Jan 6ers. I mean, what do they think the prospects are? Do they feel optimistic or?
Nobody knows because everybody's scared to get too positive about it because I was on the pardon list in 2020 and he skipped half of us.
Right.
So
Now in 2020, how
nobody knows
long had you been there in 2020? A couple of years.
I got arrested in 18.
Okay, so about 2 years at that point. So maybe
Yeah.
at that time, he didn't know the other evidence, and you hadn't been there very long. So maybe now, obviously it's years later, and there's a lot more evidence. Maybe he'll take an actual look.
We're open.
Yeah.
I reached out to Alice Marie Johnson, the black lady that he pardoned.
Yes.
Because she's now advocating for
Yeah.
criminal justice reform, and she has a list of people she's recommending for a pardon too. So I'm trying to get a hold of her.
Trying to get out to her.
Yeah.
Now let me ask. Last time I spoke with you, you had been in a solitary confinement for 4 days. Things were pretty hot, but also you had told me that George, because of that tattoo needle that was found in the groceries, was in trouble.
They actually let that slide.
This call is
Yeah.
from a federal prison.
And I went and talked to all the higher ups and admitted that I gave him that bag and I got it out of the storeroom when they packed my stuff, and I should have looked in the bag, but I didn't look in the bag to go through what people put in there.
Yeah.
And they didn't make a big deal about it.
Well, that's good then, right? I mean, that's a
Yeah.
positive. So
Yeah.
George is okay. He's not in solitary, locked away from you or anything like that.
No, he's over in another unit, and we see each other all day long.
Okay.
During rec. Yeah, he's still good.
Okay, well, that's good. I was just last we spoke, I was a little bit concerned that maybe he'd have been put in solitary as well or something.
Hey, you never know. You never know around here, but
No, I mean that's crazy.
no,
The mystery of the
he's doing
tattoo
okay.
needle.
We're trying to get all of his lawyers connected because he had public defenders out of McAllen, Texas,
Okay.
and they don't do anything anymore because his case is over. But
Yeah.
they won't release any information, and the new lawyer won't start the ball rolling until the old lawyers tell him that he files an appearance and it's okay. So
Yeah.
we're trying to get all that squared away right now.
So that you can get everything worked out before he's out and get married, so he's not deported. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's hoping. I'm hoping that I beat him out.
Yeah.
Because that way I can figure out where we're gonna live and stuff. If he beats me out, who knows what the hell's gonna happen?
Yeah. So if he is deported, what are you going to do then when you get out? You're going to go wherever he
I'm
is?
going to Mexico.
Yeah.
I'm going to Mexico.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
can understand that. Yeah.
Yeah, no. If we can't keep him in America with an asylum or whatever,
Yeah.
I'll go to Mexico until we do.
I got you. No, I understood. Where at in Mexico is he from, Joe?
He's from Sonora, Mexico, which
Okay.
is kind of a rough place.
Yeah.
I wanna go down closer to Belize,
Oh
on that
yeah.
side, where it's prettier and the ocean.
Yeah, no, that everybody wants to go to Belize, man. You can go into the caves, and it's a lot of
Yeah,
cool, amazing things
I've
there,
been
man.
I've been there one time.
Oh
What a
yeah,
beautiful place.
did you go into the caves and stuff when you were there, Joe?
I did. I took the river raft through the caves. Yeah,
How awesome was it?
it was amazing. It was
Yeah,
absolutely amazing.
I bet it
Yeah,
was,
go through
man.
the jungle and the raft through the caves and everything. Get
Yeah,
to see wild spider monkeys and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, it was great.
I bet it was great, man. I bet it was great. So when you do get out, and let's say when, not an if, when you do get out, other than getting together with your man, what are you most looking forward to? What do you most want to do? Do you want to go get a
I
burger? Do you want a tattoo? What do you want?
my biggest thing is I want to testify in front of Congress about what goes on in here.
Yeah, that's the big thing. So you want to get out and
That
become an advocate for reform.
That's my goal. Yes, this has to change.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing that helps anything about this. If
Mhm.
people sit around all day long doing drugs and drinking, and it fixes nothing.
Right.
So if you're in here more than 5 years, chances are you're going to be worthless when you get out.
So let's say that you did get out and you become an advocate. What's an idea that you have that you think would be good to be implemented?
More programs.
Okay.
More things to do. They're so short of staff. They just lock you up in a building all day.
Right.
And
So
they have
more
nothing else
classes,
to do
more
but do drugs.
activities,
But,
more
hey,
things
Patrick,
like that.
this is fixing to hang up on us
Okay.
again.
All right, man.
Um,
Well, I'll talk to you next
but-
Tuesday.
I'll call you next Tuesday, buddy.
All right, man. Bye-bye. All right, that's Joe Exotic. If you want him right there telling you all about what's going on, man, that's a pretty interesting conversation there with him. I couldn't believe I got him to talk about going on vacation in Belize.
I love that he wants to go to Belize.
Yeah, no, that was great. That was great.
It's where the good stuff is.
So scooch in just a little bit there. Yeah. To my right here is Eugene Belcourt, man. What's going on with you? Comedian. He is a comedian and as well as a Charles Manson impersonator. Yeah. So what's going on with you, man? What's happening? What's up in your comedy world?
Man, just coming in town, worked the Bin this week. We're doing the Oaklawn Casino tonight, and then working the Looney Bin all week.
Oh yeah.
James
What's-
Johan.
What's
coming in.
the Oaklawn Casino? What is that? What do you mean?
Just the casino up there in Hot Springs.
Oh, you're going to be working there.
Yeah.
Oh,
we're
okay.
doing, the Looney Bin does a partnered show with Oaklawn.
Oh, okay.
And so I'm doing that tonight.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Are you excited about that?
Oh, super excited! It's my first casino show.
Yeah, I mean, and that probably seats quite a few, doesn't it?
Yeah, as far as I know, I'm assuming I haven't ever seen the room or nothing yet, so
Yeah.
it's gonna be sight unseen tonight.
But you can bet it's a good room. They
Oh,
got
yeah.
good sound, and I'll tell you what, as
Yeah.
a comedian that travels around, man, having somewhere that's got good sound is important. I once did a show. The venue didn't typically do live performance, and somehow, some way, they forgot the mic and the speaker, and so I showed up, and this was a pretty good sized crowd. I'm going to be honest with you. There were probably 130 people there.
Wow.
God!
Yeah, and so I'm like, man, I've got a projecting voice,
Mhm.
but over this size crowd, I can't. I mean, if it was
Yeah.
30, it may be, but not 130. I can't. And so somebody said, well, hold on, let me go. They came back with one of those speakers, like my first speaker or something. It's a speaker with a mic with a 5-foot cord attached to it, like that a toddler or a kid would use.
T-Pain.
Man,
Yeah, and that's what I had to use the whole time. I couldn't even move from where I was standing. I had to stand at a podium because I didn't have enough mic room.
Yeah.
You
Man.
know?
last year I did a New Year's Eve show in Pine Bluff, and this old black dude was like, "Oh, y'all don't worry about sound. I got sound equipment. Don't worry about it." And we get there to do the show, and he's got a Hello Kitty jukebox karaoke machine with a little pink microphone.
That's
and I
the
was
best.
like, "You
That's the
have
greatest."
got to
That
be
is
kidding me."
fantastic.
No, that's fantastic.
I
And
love it
and
already.
he felt good about that. He was like, "No, I got you set up. I got you, dog. I got you." No, that's exactly how a professional show is run. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
So
Why
professional.
would you spend hundreds of dollars on sound when you can just get a Hello Kitty?
No,
Yeah,
I mean
yeah.
every venue should adopt that. Do you have that, Theron? Do you have a Hello Kitty karaoke machine? Because if you don't, what are you doing? Oh, Rainbow Bride.
Yes.
Okay, that's
a
cool.
step
No,
up.
that's
Keep
cool.
it
Yeah,
vintage,
no,
bro.
yeah, no, that's
I love
dope.
that.
That's dope. That's
I'll have
dope.
to come for
So,
that.
so you're doing Oakland is tonight?
Yes, tonight,
What time does that start?
8 p.m.
All right. Who else is on the ticket? Do you know?
It's me, James Johan, and I'm not sure who the feature is.
Okay. Okay. And then the rest of the week you'd be at the Looney Bin?
Yep.
All right. And what time are those shows running, man?
Thursday's 8 p.m. Friday is 7:30. Late show is 10, and then Saturday is 7 p.m. Late show 9:30.
So you said that the guy is James Johan?
Yeah,
Is
from,
that right?
Blue Collar Comedy Tour.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Which worked with Ron White, Larry the Cable Guy.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't know his
Yeah.
name off the top of my head,
What's his
but
name again?
James Johan. Interesting. So he's kind of a Southern style comedian then?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Okay. Yeah, he definitely has that look, that blue
Yeah.
collar comedy look. Okay, so that'll probably be a fun show. A lot of people will
Yeah.
like that.
I'm really excited for it. I think it's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, I think it'll be a very good show, especially here. You know, it'll go well. If people wanted to find Eugene Betancourt online, how do they find you, man?
Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Eugene Belcourt, BEL.
Oh, Belcourt. I'm sorry, man. I'm saying his name completely wrong. I'm an idiot.
It's been
Theron's
said
fault.
way worse. By way
No,
more
that's
people.
not even that doesn't matter. That makes me a moron. Go ahead though. How do they find you?
Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Eugene Belcourt, Eugene the comedian.
Okay, so just put in Eugene the comedian, and that'll bring you up.
Bring you right to me.
All right, all right. Let me turn over here to my left for a second. We got another guest that's by. Everybody started coming by today, which is great, a great thing. So first of all, this is my friend, my personal friend, David Lindsay. Also, you probably heard me talk about him with Cabot Mechanical because he's the service manager for Cabot Mechanical HVAC. As well, you probably heard me talk about that this year he won the national sniper competition. I think, if I'm not mistaken, the target may have been about 2.5 miles. Get up on the mic there
We had
and
several over 2 miles this year.
Wow.
here, right up on.
Already.
There you go. Yeah, you're gonna get real uncomfortably close.
No, over the year we had several matches that had targets 2 miles or beyond. I think the farthest was 4,300 yards.
4,300 yards.
I missed that
4,300
one.
yards.
Didn't hit that one.
You did? Oh, you didn't hit that one.
Didn't hit that one.
No, that's a long ways
Yeah.
away,
I
man.
hit 38.23.
3,823 yards.
Yeah, 35.20 is 2 miles.
Wow, that's
Gotcha.
how long did it take you to become competent at doing that kind of shooting? Because if you think about it, if you're shooting 2 miles, right, you have to account for drop rate, velocity, all of these different variables. Am I right?
Everything. The biggest variable that's hardest to
Right on that mic, man.
accommodate for is the wind.
Yeah.
It's funny you asked that. It came up this morning. I think it was 8 years ago today on Facebook was my first 1,000-yard shot.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's been 8
It's been an
years.
8-year journey to get there. Now, what size rifle is that you use?
Past 2 years is a 416 Hellfire. It's being rebarreled to a 375 right now due to brass issues. Majority of competitors are using 375s to 416s all the way up to 50 cal.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Now you have to hand make, or the ammo has to be handmade. Is that right?
Everything's
Wow.
handmade.
Yeah. We had Laura and
wild.
I went out because I know you do a lot at Twisted Barrel.
Correct.
It's one of the only in this area ranges where you can shoot that far away. You know, where you can shoot a target a mile out. And Laura and I got to do that, and we both hit targets at a mile away. Now, in all fairness and transparency, they did the settings for us.
I was gonna say.
We're just pulling the trigger. You know what I mean? Not like
There's a lot of
I'm not
technicalities
here,
there, bro.
calculating wind speeds and,
Yeah.
and breaking out my calculator to do the
Yeah.
velocity and all that. But that's amazing, man. I mean, that you've been able to do that. What a unique passion, and you've traveled all over the country doing it.
All over. Most of them are in Texas. We travel to Kansas to Spear Point Ranch pretty regular. It's where Raton, Texas, and then there's Raton or Raton, and then it's Raton, New Mexico.
Okay.
2 different places.
I got you.
And there's actually a handful on the East Coast in Virginia. But really, it's mainly Kansas and Texas. There's just not many places around here with all the trees.
Yeah.
We don't have a clear line of sight for 2 miles in many places.
That's true. Now, that's true. Now, get right on that mic, David, there.
Still not in it?
No, you got to get real uncomfortable on it. I know it's weird, man.
If your lips touch it, you're close enough.
Yeah. If your lips
Or your
get on it.
chin or
So
something.
now let's go back to your other gig, Cabot Mechanical.
Yes, sir.
I've told this story probably 200 times since we started, which is that the home that I owned in North Little Rock, I sold that home, but we had an air conditioning issue. We had a guy come by. He told us, "Yeah, you're probably going to need a brand new unit." David came by, and I think it was like $187, and that unit was great after that. Do you find that to be a regular occurrence where you might come behind someone and I mean, you guys are pretty honest and fair. Do you often find that to be the case?
Sadly, it's more often than I'd like it to be.
Yeah.
And part of it is inexperienced techs, and then part of it is there's just some crooks out there.
Yeah.
I hate it. Either way, it's not a good deal for the customer, but I won't throw everybody under the bus and say everybody's out there to
Right.
screw
But
someone.
probably if you know their name and you see a lot of commercials from them and it rhymes with Gittleton.
They're going to rip you.
Diddleton?
Yeah.
It's going to be
Diddle?
high.
Yeah.
It's going to be high.
It's going to be high. Yeah.
There was actually a bunch of posts about them last night.
Diddleton.
They were all very, very negative.
Well, I'm not here to bash anyone. I'm just here to say that I know how my guy over here operates, and I learned it from personal experience, which is how, we kind of became friends, I guess, is through that. But believe it or not, that happens. Sometimes you meet somebody, heat and air, and we just kind of connected. And I was like, hey, it's cool people,
Yeah, I remember when you came and shot with me at Twisted Barrel. That was the first time we met.
Yeah.
I said, hey, man, if you need anything heat and air wise.
Yeah,
let me
yeah,
know.
yeah.
It wasn't a week or two later.
You know me.
Hey, man,
You
my
know
AC
me.
ain't working.
Yeah, you know me. Hey, now
I was
that you
like, I got
mention
you.
it.
The rest is history.
Yeah, no, I've used him. Actually, I used David more than once on some of our flip projects, and he did great work for us on that too. I hadn't even thought to mention
Was
that.
it Laura's mom?
Oh yeah. It's actually Laura's mom's air conditioning unit sure did replace that too. Yeah, but she's still happy about that too. She really is. Yeah, she's nice. Just the nicest person in the world, actually. She really is. Eugene, so tell me, after this week at the Looney Bin, where do you go next?
I'm headed to Austin, Texas.
Austin, Texas.
I'm gonna go up there and Kill Tony's doing their HEB New Year's Eve arena show. I'm gonna go
try to get
get
on.
in on that.
So when you do those, they just pick people and
Yeah, it's
you
just
might have a
look
shot at it.
cool. You either get in or you don't.
Yeah. Well, you got the right look. They might pull you up.
I sure hope so. I'll go up there for 30 days.
Do you try to, amp it up Charles Manson style when you're sitting there getting them to pick you, get your eyes real big?
Oh, I try to walk past the important people enough to where they see me and go, that's fucking Charles Manson.
Yeah.
That's all it takes. And when they
Yeah.
see me, they'll be like, hey, somebody get him on stage.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, man. The closer you can get to the front, the better off you're going to be to get on there. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I'm hoping. I'm just gonna go up there for the full month of January and just grind out the scene up there and see what it looks like.
That's cool, man. That's really cool that you get to do that and have that experience. Where will you stay when you're there? Do you have a place lined up?
Well, so I'm actually gonna be staying in my new pickup truck.
Is that right? That's where you're going to camp out?
That I've got to thank y'all for.
Oh, yeah.
My last time I was down here, I was talking about how I just kind of got on the train and traveling the country doing
Yeah.
it the hard way. And then I had a fan reach out to me a couple days after my appearance here,
Yeah.
and he had a truck that he just didn't need, and he give it to me.
Really?
Wow.
I mean, that's amazing.
I went from homeless, riding a train, traveling the country, to I've got a 2003 Chevy Avalanche.
Man, I mean,
That's what's up.
the hell yeah. That's what's up, bro. That is dope as hell.
I tickled pink about it.
Man, I
can't
bet
even wrap
you
my head
are.
around it.
No, man, that's awesome, man. Somebody saw you here, reached out to you, and gave you a truck.
That is
It's,
so
it's
cool.
sitting in the parking lot right now.
That is an absolute testimony right there of the power of connecting with people, man.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the power of our people. That's what our people do here. I mean, they do that. So that's amazing. That's a
I can
great
attest to it
story.
firsthand. If anybody doubts it, they just doubt it.
Man, that's amazing. That makes what that that gets me. I'm gonna be honest with you. That
That's
gets me a
so
little
awesome,
bit. It is awesome, man. It's just dope to hear. Let's do this, and you guys can comment as you choose.
Listen up now, I'll tell you a story. Without a doubt, it's kinda gory. It's the worst news you could ever hear. Things just like this make you fear. Lying lunched on a dumb guy's knee, or a big hard fuck drowning some money. Why you laughing? Why you laughing? This shit ain't funny.
It might be, Luke.
It's hilarious.
We're talking about people's pain here,
Yeah.
Amanda.
Yeah.
Amanda.
I didn't stutter.
I know.
Hilarious.
An Oklahoma woman, her name's Donna Bratchen.
You already got me.
Yeah. She got an unexpected scare when a snake hiding under her pillow latched onto her while she was getting ready for bed. She says it's one thing for it to get in your house. It's another thing for it to find your bed, climb your bed, get under your pillow. She said her husband quickly removed the snakes with gloves. Wildlife experts explained it was a bull snake, which I guess is lucky that it wasn't venomous, but they're common in Oklahoma. But can you imagine? Hold on, man. I mean, of all places that, you're finally at the end of the day, like, Jesus, let me just get in the bed. I mean, my God, I just want to make it to the end of the day. You reach down and get bit by a snake in your own bed.
Yeah.
Her husband's playing stupid.
Oh, yeah, you think he put that
snake
there?
in the fucking bed? There's no
you
way.
think he did it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I hear you there. What about, what do you think here?
I mean,
What
yeah,
a nightmare.
Well, and I love it. It's like he quickly removed the snake with gloves. He had to go get gloves.
Yeah, where
That's
did you
not
have the
quickly.
gloves?
Where'd you have to go get gloves?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had him in the
no.
nightstand waiting.
Right. Oh, snap.
Well, maybe he likes to
honestly,
play roughneck.
Maybe this is the story they're going with.
It could be that. It could be the story they're going with.
I think
you
he
know.
seen her boyfriend's truck in the driveway and was like, I'm going to fix this.
Yeah, and and a bull snake's not venomous, so you can't get murder on that one. So
Exactly.
that's a good little lesson, though. Man, whoa, snake in the bed, not my snake, a snake in the bed. Yeah. All right, let's.
One snake in a room policy.
Yeah, no, that's how I feel. That's right. This will tell you the difference in today and I don't know if that's the case. Let me just read it to you. A massive brawl involving over 100 students on 3 floors of a Chicago high school left 4 police officers injured on Friday. The Chicago PD said 5 people arrested didn't provide details, but the parent of a 15-year-old student said the fight began between girls and then escalated to a brawl that spanned several floors. She said, it's always something that happens here. My son said it was a fight at first, and then it just hit so big that everybody started fighting. Well, yeah, I mean, at a certain point,
It's at some
if
point.
everybody's fighting, it's
Let's
like,
go. It's the
oh,
perfect
I got to
opportunity.
get in. Let's go.
It
Let's
goes
go.
from being a backyard fight to being a mosh pit so
Yeah.
quick.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, there's your perfect opportunity to get some licks in on somebody.
Man, you
You're
know
like,
what?
I don't know what happened. Nobody was watching.
I've said for a long time, if, kind of like you have the break room, if you had a business, and I don't know how the model would even work, probably it wouldn't, but where you could just be in a bar fight.
It won't work.
You could just be in a bar fight, because I would just once in my life, I would give anything just to have a scrap break out in a bar where everybody, just like in the Westerns, just beating the hell out of everybody.
Like them break rooms, it's just a whole bar meant to destroy.
Yeah.
I like this idea a lot.
Yeah, no, it is a great idea. I just think it's a bad business model. I think it's hard to make that profitable.
The insurance.
Insurance is
The
gonna be
Now,
insurance.
I
would be
will tell you,
insane.
it'd be, you couldn't even.
And you can't advertise
No, I mean, you couldn't do it.
because you can't talk about Fight Club.
No, that's you can't. No, yeah, absolutely, you can't talk about Fight Club. Yeah. No, the Apple has what is the Oculus? And we have one of those, and I never use it because it made me sick. But it literally like nauseous. Do you
Yeah,
do it?
Same to me.
Some games don't, but if they involve moving fast, yeah, I can't do it. But this game was a bar game, and that's exactly what it was. It's a bar brawl.
Bar fight.
Yeah, that's the name of it.
Yeah.
And you just literally are in a bar fighting. And man, let me tell you something. I was beating this dude's ass, okay? And I mean, I was giving him the what's what.
Yeah.
I done kicked him one good time.
Yeah.
And I mean a good high kick. I was,
Did you hit your leg?
I was working him left, right, the combos. And this girl came up and hit me.
Yes, you did.
I turned and beat the hell out of that girl. You hear me? I punched her right in the baby maker. Bam, bam, bam. Oh, yeah. No, it was awesome. It was the best day of my life.
Little cooter
Where else
rooter.
can you do
Where
that?
else can you pop a
You
lady in
can't
the
donkey
baby
punch
maker?
someone
You can't do
legally
that.
anywhere else. I mean,
You
so it was
can't.
great, man. Yeah, no, I left her on the floor. She was out when I was done. Does that sound bad? It's a game,
It's a game.
but it was fun. I'll be honest with you. It's the only time I ever hit a girl. Well, outside of the one that was beating me up when I was in elementary. Actually,
Did she like you?
no. She really hated me a lot. And I'll tell you that when I was young, I wasn't a very good fighter at all. I just didn't have the confidence in myself. I was a pretty scrawny guy, but unfortunately this mouth was still attached to me. And, so if you got a big mouth and a tissue paper ass, it's a problem, and this girl who was a couple grades older and a good foot taller just started whooping my ass, man, and I think I was probably maybe 9 years old, and she had me on the ground. And the only thing I could think do is bite her. And I didn't, look, I bit her on the boob. Okay. That's what I did.
Oh my God.
She stopped hitting me and left.
She did.
Her parents came to my house. They did not like that happened because there was a bite mark there, and it probably,
Forget about titty twister. I'm gonna turn that nipple into chewing
man, hey man, I was losing. You do what you do, there's no fair fights. You got to win somehow.
chewing that thing like it's some hubba bubba.
She quit hitting me, man. That's what I know. She quit hitting me. Early Tuesday morning, police arrested 14 people at an Aurora, Colorado apartment complex taken over by a Venezuelan gang named Tren de Aragua. According to police, tortured residents were found tied up, stabbed, and pistol whipped. He said they were pistol whipped, they were beat. This is the police chief, Todd Chamberlain, on Tuesday. He said, does that fall in the category of torture for me? Yeah, it does. He said, this is without question a gang incident. He said there's a high assumption that they may be affiliated with Tren de Aragua, the Aragua gang. Police said that the overnight armed home invasion at a local apartment complex resulted in 14 suspects being detained. Just before 2:30 a.m. on Tuesday, they were called to the Edge at Lowry Apartments for that home invasion where victims were kidnapped and assaulted. He said in the conference that 13 to 15 people, mostly males, some females, entered the apartment where 2 people were. The suspect took the victims to another apartment at the same location where they were threatened and bound. One of the victims, a man, sustained a stab wound but is expected to survive. Both victims are still in the hospital for their treatment. Yeah, no, I mean,
What's the point
of what?
of the invasion of what were they trying to accomplish?
Well, I think that from my understanding from a couple of other stories that came out of it is they were going by and letting people know you'll now pay the rent to me. No matter what anybody says, I'm your landlord now. And they were basically taking over the building. And I guess these people weren't wanting to play ball. And they said, oh, you don't want to see me as a landlord? Let me show you. And so they apparently
it.
demonstrated their prowess with that,
Do they not have guns in Aurora, Colorado?
I wonder that myself.
I think they do.
Maybe they
I
do.
think they do.
I don't know. They smoke so much weed now; they're all chilled out.
I smoke a lot of weed, and I'm gonna tell you right now. Come break in my house, and we'll
Yeah.
see how chill I am.
Yeah, no, even
Nah,
14 of
bruh.
you. I got 2 clips.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know how many shots it's gonna take, but I know how many I'm willing to use.
that's a fair statement right there. No, I had a
Purposes.
friend of mine who had. He told me one time. I will not say his name. He goes, "Man, I've got at least 3 spots in the backyard with guns buried there, just in case I run out in the house."
Yeah.
And I
I
was
like
like-
his
I
style.
was like, "Damn, man, you serious business, ain't you?" And he goes, "No, deadly."
Yeah.
And I was like, "What are you waiting on? What's coming to your
What's
house?
up?
What did you do in
What
your
did
life?"
you do? Is that your real name?
I
Mm,
used to keep a mag lock underneath my sink by my toilet.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to die on the shitter.
No, it's
Not at
seriously.
all.
No, I mean,
Oh my
Elvis
God, how
showed you. Elvis
embarrassing.
showed you that was the worst way to go. I
Embarrassing.
mean, he was the king. You know what I
You
mean?
ever hear about me dying on the shitter? Just know somebody killed me.
Yeah.
Ain't no way. And if I'm having a heart attack or something, I'll
I'm
at
getting
least
up.
fall
I'm
out
gonna
into
at least-
the hallway.
Get up and wipe.
Mid heart attack, I
Mid-heart
will pull
attack
up my pants and
yeah.
do my belt before I fall over. Yeah.
I ain't gonna say I'll button my belt or nothing. I kind of want to be found that way, but I'll at least be in the hallway.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna be in the bathroom.
No, definitely not.
Are you gonna
Scooch in.
flush
Uh,
before falling over?
no, I
Oh,
don't
I'm
care
not
about.
worried
I don't
about
care
that.
about that.
A floater?
I
You don't
just-
care about a floater?
No, I just need some dignity.
As
That's
long as
all.
I'm not the one floating, I don't give a shit.
Oh my God! It looks like we have run out of time here. So let me, first of all, Eugene, thank you for coming in. So glad to have you. You're going to be tonight
Yes.
at the
tonight at
Oaklawn Casino performing with Johan, right?
Yeah, James Johan.
James Johan, yeah.
Thank y'all so much for having me out here again. It's been great as always.
Yeah, I want you to come back when you have a little more time as well, and you can stay the whole show. And then after tonight, you'll be at the Looney Bin the rest of the week. Is that right?
Sir.
All right. I want y'all to get by and see Eugene at either Oaklawn Casino or at Looney Bin. And please tell him that Patrick sent you over there. Appreciate that very much. And David, scooch in a little bit here so folks can.
There we
you
go.
If folks want to get a hold of you for Cabot Mechanical, I always tell them cabotmechanical.com. Is that the best way to go, or is there?
That's definitely one. They can always call my phone. Here, my personal number is 501-944-5776.
Okay, see, he's silly like I am. He gives his personal number out.
And I answer as long as I'm awake. I'll answer.
Yeah, I normally tell people I'm available about 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. But you probably start earlier than that.
It just depends on the day and time of year.
Yeah, yeah. How many calls a day do you run?
That again goes to the day of the year. During the summer, we're trying to get everybody we can. Anywhere from 6 to 8. I've
Yeah.
ran as many as 10 or more.
What's the before we go? What's the number one cause of air conditioner failure beyond time?
Lack of maintenance and just cheap parts.
Yeah. So like not changing out your filter.
Filters, dirty condensers.
Yeah.
And,
How often should you have an HVAC tuned up?
at least every other year.
Yeah.
A lot of people do yearly contracts. We don't do contracts. I tell folks just give me a call every year to 2 years, depending on the age.
See, I like that. We're not going
Yeah.
to do a contract. You just call me and we'll do
Yeah.
it. How long? Let's say that if I bought a brand new AC and every 2 years I have it, serviced, how long will that extend the life of that air conditioner?
The maintenance on the condenser, especially down here in the South, where AC is.
Yeah, critical.
We run AC 9 months out of the year.
Right.
Heat 3 years. That can be the difference between a 10-year system versus a 15, 17-year-old system.
Oh wow! So it's a significant difference.
significant.
That's significant. And I'm guessing to do a tune-up is not overly expensive.
$85.
$85 every other year, and you can extend the life of your HVAC by 7 to 10 years. And how much is on average? What's an air conditioning system to put in new? 7,000-8,000.
Depends on what company.
Yeah.
Well, right.
No, I would say without putting eyes on it, everyone's a little different. Whether it's under the house, access in the attics, super tight or
Right,
something
right,
like
right.
that. But a standard 3-ton system, typically we're in the 75 to 85 ballpark.
Yeah. So if you're going to, spend that much money and with him, that's still a good deal because most places you're going to go
10.
9, 10, 11, 12,000.
Yeah.
But you can extend that
can-
and save that by doing the,
Yeah,
the
you can
tune-ups.
definitely you can find someone cheaper than me,
Mhm.
especially the guys doing side work or fly by nights.
Yeah, no, that's exactly who I want. I want the guy who's my cousin's friend, who's off work from the oil field and
You'll-
thinks he can do it.
Okay.
I know
Come
that's who I
fix
want to do my HV. That's who I'm counting on for the winter.
He's just gonna do a little motivation.
I'm
stay
not.
up for 3 days and do it.
Yeah, I can also order one from Temu. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can.
I'm not going to do that either.
I
You know?
turned down a job. Someone ordered it off of online, had the unit sitting there, and I just
Nope.
No, not a good unit. Not going to do it. All right. Well, we're running long now. Listen, thank you so much to everyone. Don't forget if you can, we're trying to. We've been accepted. We've been chosen to be on a reality show called The Blocks. We've got a little GoFundMe if you can help. Let me just before we go, at least thank some people who have because it is amazing, and I am thankful to Leanna G for she gave 200. Jimmy and Cena Steele gave 100. Chiquita Thompson gave 100. Anonymous gave 30. Missy Treese gave 50. Matt Shockey gave 25. Brandon G gave 25. So, man, look, I don't care. Any amount will help us get there. But we're trying to get it. You can see on the GoFundMe what we're trying to get. All it's going to do is cover the hotel and food while we're there. That's all we're trying to get so that we can actually afford to do it because we just don't have the budget yet. Soon, maybe, but not yet. And especially if we go on there, we'll damn sure have the budget because we're going to win it.
Hell
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Hey-oh. All right, people, we are out.
Love you. Bye.